Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today is Monday, 26th September 2022, and now you are wondering, huh? It's almost 2023 and September was 3 months ago. Yes, you're right, guys. September was indeed 3 months ago, and that date I mentioned was the first day I have planned writing and making this video. And this is the biggest project I've ever made this year, and will be the last project to be made this year as well. As you have already read the title, yes, I do watch anime, and you can call me the whip or anything, whatever. But this year, 2022, there were at least 10 times more anime that I've watched compared to what I watched last year in 2021. As you guys know, 2022 are filled with lots of anime that we loved, and I can't wait to talk about it one by one. And right now, I'm gonna review all of the animes that I've watched and were released this year, from the bad ones to the good ones,
from the most disappointing ones to the most anticipated ones in release order. So that means I will cover those from winter 2022 full first, then fall 2022 last. Winter 2023 will not be counted inside here, such as Nagatoro Season 2, Vinland Saga Season 2, Tokyo Revenger Season 2, and many others. Oh, and before I finally start, these will be the ones that I'll be mentioned. Alright, and these will be the ones that I will not mention. Wait, hold up. There's so many? Are you for real? Are you not going to cover so much? There's so many most anticipated ones. Okay, guys, relax. I would like to apologize that the following anime that has been shown in the screen right now will not be mentioned in this video because they are either too much for me to cover it, or those are the ones that I have not yet watched, or there was too little for me to talk about it. Since this video is about an hour long, if I'm going to include most of them, I don't think I'll be able to finish it within a day, as in the length of the video. I will be skipping the movie that will premiere this year as well, such as One Piece Friend Raid, Bubble, Suzume no Dojimari, etc. I may cover in these individual videos. As usual, this is a review, so there will be spoilers ahead. And if you like to skip it, you can use the chapters below to go around the anime that you have watched. Or you can ignore it if you are fine with spoilers. Let's get started. Oh, and one more thing. This video is sponsored by Genshin. Nah, I'm just kidding. This video is not sponsored by anyone.
starting with winter 2022, I have three animes I would like to review. Only three? Yes, actually, because winter 2022 there wasn't many popular ones that the community had hype about, unlike Dress Up Darling or Attack on Titan Final Part 2 and Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc. But soon, when we reach spring and summer animes, there will be at least five. So let's start with my Dress Up Darling, or Sono Beast Do wa Koi wo Suru. Already mentioned, it was one of the most anticipated anime in winter 2022. While we go back to middle/high school setting like Takagi-san, the anime really focused on cosplay and clothes making. The story started with the main character, Wakana Gojo, not to be confused with Satoru Gojo. I mean Gojo Satoru, who loves Hina Ningyos or Hina dolls since young, as he lived with his grandfather until now. Everybody, even his first crush, dislike and discriminate him by saying that no boys will ever like this kind of dolls. Therefore, he did not have any friends. Until one day when Gojo was doing his own thing and Marin Kitagawa, everyone's waifu at that time, only manga's readers know her age, fell and hit Gojo's table. That was when both of them started talking. She met him again when he was using the sewing machine for his Hina dolls. And they started to develop their relationships like a couple, and Marin started to have crush on Goj, and god damn it, when are you going to confess? I guess we are going to wait until season 3. Anyway, my Dress Up Darling is actually really just a fan service for virgins to simp on Marine. Just look at this scene and you understand what I'm talking about. And that's it. That's the main objective of the show. The reason why they created this show is because of her being sexy and neglecting her actual age. Don't worry, guys. I too is a degenerate myself. Sims on her, and really, the first time when I saw Marine, I thought she is 17 or 18. But then I remember they are only in junior high. And then this girl, which her body is almost like a lolly, or a size of iPhone 14 mini. I mean 13 mini is 17, and her sister, which is her size is an iPhone 14 Pro Max, is younger. I think anime logic is the same as Teyvat. As we know, Teyvat has its own laws, so does this anime. But jokes aside, this show do focus on some things that the other rom-com do not focus on, which were cosplaying and sewing. Because I really cannot remember which anime touches on this. Cloverworks really nailed on this one. I think they really drew the part where the degenerates will have something that's rising. Definitely not the shield hero. Opening and ending songs are okay. They are acceptable, so I will rate Dress Up Darling for 9 out of 10. On to the next anime.
Teasing Master Takagi-san, or in Japanese, Taragai Jozu no Takagi-san. If you have already watched the past 2 seasons, you know that this is one of the best school rom-coms you've ever watched. There's literally nothing for you to worry about, like who is going to die in the next episode, of cliffhangers that will turn the story 180 degrees. Takagi-san is that one anime that you can just take a break from those shonens and have a good laugh. Each episode of Takagi-san is split into smaller stories, like 3, 4, or even 5 stories. The story of Takagi-san is quite simple actually. It's about 2 classmates sitting beside each other trying to get away boredom in their lessons while having their most creative way as possible. The main character, Takagi, together with her quote boyfriend, Nishikata, always teases him while he always tries to find a way to retaliate. Season 1 and 2 is good, but for Season 3, which is the one I'm saying right now, I actually dropped this series around episode 5. To be very honest, I really don't know why I dropped it. I thought it was good. In reality, it was very good. According to my anime list, which has a high 8.47 score rated by users. That's even higher than most of the other anime that I'll be talking about it later. It's just that, for me, Takagi-san Season 3 has really lost its spirit. The repetitive teasing from her really makes me feel like, why am I watching the same thing over and over again? I did not feel that way when I was watching Season 2 few years back though. It was quite funny for me. I even rate 10 out of 10 for both 2 seasons last time, and now only 7 out of 10 for this season. The outcome is really not unexpected. I really could predict what happened to Nishikata after 24 episodes, which is losing to Takagi. Oh yes, I also want to introduce more characters other than Takagi and Nishikata. So this is Mina, this is Sanae, this is Yukari. Together they form the Three Musketeers. No wait, but more like the 3 girls from Despicable Me. Is it just me or Yukari really looks like the oldest girl in the Despicable Me series? Okay, never mind. Let's move on. This is Hamaguchi and Hojo, the new couple of the show. I don't remember seeing them in the previous 2 seasons. Wait, they did! Oh shit, seems like I have dementia. Anyway, they are Osana Najimi. What is Osana Najimi? Osana Najimi means childhood friends. Yes, I know, this person from Komi can't communicate. So from now on, every time a character in the show are childhood friends, right, I'm gonna refer them as Osana Najimi. I really feel like if this new couple isn't in season 3, I will really stop watching it and not talking about this show at all. This is Nakai and Mano, the other side couple of the show. It's kinda like Kazama and Sakurai from My Senpai is Annoying. And lastly, these are Nishikata bros. I remember I continued watching this series is because of one of the episodes in season 3 was about a school play when Kimura couldn't perform his role and asked Nishikata to take over. I was actually surprised to see how Nishikata would react on this situation since he was only a peasant in that play and excelled as the main character while taking over Kimura by not following the script. This episode made me continue watching because if I remember correctly, this is episode 6. I wanted to stop at 5 and I told myself if episode 6 is shit, then I'm not going to watch this ever again. Not bad. I actually smiled like a weirdo in front of my computer. That's how you keep your audience, people. You guys have to write it down. Remember just now I was saying that this show is repetitive in terms of Takagi teasing and also knows everything what Nishikata is thinking? It's literally just Anya Forger at this point. Anya Forger? Oh yes. Anya Forger is a major character in Spy Family, which I will talk about it later. Why did I say Takagi-san is Anya? Because she literally just read Nishikata minds like a fucking telepath. Anya can read minds too, but more of it later. I don't want to spoil too much here. Like, come on, I'm trying to rate this 10 out of 10, like how I did for the past 2 seasons, but it was so freaking difficult for me right now to even do it. The highest right now, I already said just now, which is 7 or 8 out of 10. But the last few episodes, I kind of feel like they are getting more serious, as they were talking about Christmas, Valentine's Day, and White Day, and Hamaguchi asked Nishikata to confess to Takagi while himself will confess to Hojo. Nishikata before also received presents from 3 girls, which he has never ever met, and all in all was a misunderstanding. Because of one of the girls placed the present on the wrong shoe rack. What? Like that also can ah? Yes yeah, I was kind of shocked because I was like, did I miss anything? Like, are there parts where Nishikata meet the other girls other than Takagi? And the last episode, Jesus Christ, you can say that 50-50. I did not expect him to do this. Well, sure, for dramatic purposes, but spoiler alert, both Hamaguchi and Nishikata didn't confess to their girlfriends. I mean, yes, we have waited for 3 seasons or 36 episodes, plus OVA and a movie that premiered in June this year. Don't tell me there will be season 4 or 5. This is not My Hero Academia. Now let's talk about the animation and the music. The animation focus on the simplicity. It also represents the setting of the story, and they try not to go to the way where straightforward plot is not what the author wants. The music is okay, the opening is just meh, but I really like the first and the second season opening. For ending wise, I really like the cover for Himawari no Yakusoku. Let me tell you, when I first heard the song, I almost cried. By the way, the original song is for a movie called Stand By Me Doraemon. And there's a notable cover as well from Hello Happy World. You can go search it yourself. Lastly, it's time for me to rate the anime. I really wanted to give a 9 out of 10 for this after watching the rest 12 episodes, but I'm sorry, Takagi-san season 3, you did make me a bit disappointing compared to the first 2 seasons, so I can only give a 8 out of 10.
The next anime is one of the most popular one at the start of 2022, which is Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc, or Kimetsu no Yaiba Yukakuhen. This is season 2 if you don't want to count Mugen Train arc. This arc continues after the Mugen Train arc, where Akaza, the Upper Moon Tree, defeated Rengoku, the Flame Hashira, while Tanjiro tried to stop him from escaping. 3 of them, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, went back to their base to recover and then follow Uzui Tengen, the Sound Hashira, to go to Entertainment District to fight more demons. Daki, the Upper Moon 6, disguised as an Oiran and was discovered by Zenitsu. Daki also had a brother, Gyutaro, and they both fought Tengen and the 3MC. Tengen and the 3MC won, while Tengen lost his arm. Yes, there's one more thing. When Nezuko healed Tengen and the rest, right, I was actually quite surprised. Since I was not a manga reader, I don't know what's going on next. Although the story is supposed to be longer, but I felt like every time when the Demon Slayers and the demons are fighting, it's just becoming more like Dragon Ball Z. Like what the fuck? How many abilities and shit you are going to show and fight? It's getting more repetitive and stupidly overpowered. Yes, I know that they are both Upper Moon 6, so that's why they should be more powerful. What's next? The rest 5 Upper Moon fighting over 100 chapters Bro, this isn't One Piece leh. Oh, and of course, the cliche backstory. So the author made the backstory for every upper and lower moon demon so we can sympathize and empathize on them? Sorry, I don't have time for that.
Yes, I do cry a bit in season 1 and in the movie when Tanjiro killed Rui Lower Moon 5. Actually, he didn't help him, so... And also when Rengoku died fighting Akaza, and the music just playing behind the scene. That were really emotional, and I do accept that. That's why I gave both season 1 and the movie 10 out of 10.
There's really not much for me to say, since this is only one arc. And let's wait for the Swordsmith Village arc to be animated, hoping in spring 2023. This was one of the most anticipated winter 2022 anime, together with Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. The hype was there, and everyone was really looking forward to it. But to be honest, right, it was overhyped. Demon Slayer has too many plot holes, and even the manga readers can't answer them. So I can only give an Entertainment District arc a 6 out of 10 for the story. As the company behind the animation Ufotable, which drew Fate series, Demon Slayer, and soon Genshin Impact, always bringing their finest animation in the anime industry, and they deserve to get a 10 out of 10 in my list. So overall, 8 out of 10. The story is shit, the music is fine, and I think I quite laugh a bit like this Elgato meme.
傷は治らないのでもう動かないでください。ご無事でよかったです。
こんなことありえるのかよ。混乱するぜ。いやいや、お前も動くなよ。死ぬぞ。
And when someone on the internet says that Tengen wives are actually Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, but swap. Spring is finally here, and I'm glad to tell you that there are 7 anime total that falls under this season. Oh, that's more than twice the amount of the winter ones. Seems like the production company likes to put the good ones here.
Komi can't communicate season 2, or in Japanese is Komi-san wa komishou desu. It's another season 2 we saw this year. It continues from last season where it was the school cultural festival ended. We see some improvements here, such as Yamai being much better here, except this where I really don't know what to say lah. Then Chadano becomes even more of a chat. Komi starts to talk more, and many others, like we can see Chadano and Komi is becoming more intimate than in season 1. I don't really want to explain the plot, since the plot is just what the school life happened for the class, simple and interesting. I would like you to watch these 12 episodes first, then you come back here. Just a simple character introduction. This is Najimi, their gender is Najimi. This is Kujo Shara. I mean Fischl. I mean Nakanaka. Sakana. This is Makeru. This is Brown Hair Girl, the most sane person in this anime. This is
Sucrose. Kinda look like her, by the way.
This is Chainsaw Girl Denji, but her personality is totally different from Denji. So this is Komi partners in the school trip.
This is Katai. I would say he kinda played a big part of the first half of the season, and Chadano is trying to help him to become a better person instead of being shy. What a chat.
The 2 bad things which I really don't like was this guy. Yes, correct, this fucking blue hair guy.
This is Naruse. I don't want to talk about him. But there's one thing that keeps bugging on my head is that he really reminds me of Chamber from Valorant based on his appearance. Except that Chamber has brown hair instead of blue. Just me? Okay, never mind.
Wow, for the first time ever, I actually supported Yamai-ren leh. For the first time leh. Wow, me myself, I also surprised yeah. Okay, let me rephrase. I am happy and I am smiling that time when Yamai-ren did this to him. He fucking deserves it. I know his character is supposed to be narcissistic lah, but this is too exaggerated already. The second thing is every time when Komi and Chadano is trying to kiss, the fucking Najimi will interrupt it. Maybe the author here is trying to make the same move like Kaguya-sama Yeah, wait for 3 seasons for Kaguya and Shirogane to confess. But in this video, you're not going to tell the plot of Kaguya-sama, aren't you? Yes, I know. But I know the plot, but I haven't watched it. No, that doesn't make sense. I know. Anyway, for the animation, I really like how people can notice the quality lah. And around episode 8 onwards, people say the quality dropped a little. Many people complain it, and they say that it returned to season 1 again. Since I study art, and I know that animation is really, really difficult, I've let this slide. This music is superb. Wow, the ending I like. Actually, this year, there is a lot of ending songs I like, and they are very catchy and well made. And I'm still listening right now in late 2022, early 2023. Fantastic Youth really done a good job here. I would say this song is fantastic. Oh wait, I forgot to actually rate the anime for Komi Season 2. For Komi Season 2, right, since Season 1, I actually gave a very low rating. I gave a 6 out of 10 for Season 1. But this time round, it is much better. I give a 9 out of 10 for this because of, well, story, the song, the animation, and the characters, except for this blue hair guy and Najimi. Yup, and on to the next anime.
Aharen-san is indecipherable. Oh my goodness, indecipherable. I'm sorry. Or in Japanese, Aharen-san wa hakarenai. Wow, the Japanese title is way easier to say it. At first, I thought it was like, oh, is it going to be a rom-com similar to Takagi-san and Nagatoro-san? So I decided to skip it. However, maybe I was too free at that time. I decided to take a look on it. When I watched the first episode, I was like, wait, no, I was wrong. This is literally Komi can't communicate. She can't talk at all, or she's just whispering. Alright, since this is very similar to Komi Can't Com, I decided to watch until the end. And the people here are Raido, the male MC, also known as Charaido. You can say that Chadano are the chats for spring 2022. If you want to see a chat in a rom-com, then Aharen-san is for you. And Aharen Reina, the female MC. Fun fact, Reina in Spanish means queen. Wait, now I know why her name is called Reina. Yes, this woman is either her or a sage. Always make my team lose in a com match. Oh, by the way, please add me if you want. Articlester, #Maple. Sorry, I went for a bit. This is Aharen Osana Najimi, Oshiro, and she's always behind Aharen to check her status and such. You can say that she's kinda a stalker though. Okay. This is Aharen Mini. It's actually a guy, and this is Aharen Pro Max. You guys will never guess it. Yes, this is her younger sister. Oh, wait. We have seen the same example in My Dress Up Darling. You see, if the authors are making the same thing over and over again, it will become a cliche, and I will never feel surprised because of how repetitive it is. But this is anime logic, and based on real life, I will get cancelled because of making this kind of comments. So let's move on. Basically, this show is really something you will see in real life now, like doing TikTok videos, and throwback, like playing fidget spinners, and
The red part is literally just Paripi Komei, which is a good thing, I guess.
the jokes are Meh. His overthinking, I have already said, repetitive. I really want to say that if you want to take a break from shonen animes like Attack on Titan, Overlord, Demon Slayer, and you want to kill some time because you have nothing to do at home, then Aharen is a show for you. Both develop relationships and Jesus Christ, I did not see this happen, but well, I have nothing to say since I will stay single forever. Lol. The opening song is okay, but the ending is okay. You know what? Here is my Spotify Rap 2022. Oh, by the way, you guys have already know why the title of this video is called Anime Rap. The ending is actually a masterpiece, just like Komi-san's season 2 ending, Koshaberi Biori. This is the footage of my earphones during April to July this year. Actually, even now, December 2022, true, I give this anime 9 out of 10 because of its wholesomeness and my bias towards slice of life. Alright, let's move on.
Shikimori-san is not just a cutie, or Japanese title Kawaii Dake Janai Shikimori-san. It's the anime that I expected too much. I first thought that, how will this anime be different compared to other rom-com slice of life? There's actually a difference, and that difference is that both main characters are actually dating, and they already confess even before episode 1. Meanwhile, other shows are that I already said both MC are not dating. You already guessed it, so I don't want to repeat it. I was like, alright, this anime has skipped 12 or even more episodes of the male confessing to his crush. So I guess this will be awesome and it will not disappoint me. But I guess I really have high expectations. After, 12 to 13 weeks, I regretted watching this. No way this is worse than Rent a Girlfriend that I'll be talking about it later. What? Male MC, Virgin Izumi. The author way of putting him clumsy is really too exaggerated, and every time he's in trouble, Shikimori has to go and solve his problem or protect him. Yes, to us degenerates, we need someone who's like Shikimori. She's mature, she don't beat around the bush like some bitches I know. Her personality and her character is on par with Chizuru. But the problem comes in is when Izumi is the one that is really has his unluckiness pinned on him all the time, which makes absolute zero sense. What? Don't tell me he traded his luck in exchange of getting a perfect girlfriend who every virgins want. Oh my goodness, the plot is rather cliche actually. Same thing as what you see in other rom-coms. Going to beaches, summer festival, school culture festival, blah blah blah. Until this scene where shit then gets real. Don't worry guys, Shikimori isn't as bad as what you think or what I've described. Sorry, I actually just gaslight everyone watching this thinking that this is a complete garbage and you should not watch it. No, the good thing is coming now. But before the good thing, I actually want to introduce small characters. So this is Inuzuka. This is Nekozaki. Both of them form the animal team. I'm just kidding. This is Hachimitsu. I don't give a fuck girl. Lastly, this is Kamiya. You may or may not know, Kamiya actually plays a big role at the back of the season. Hey yo, Kamiya, what are you doing, huh? Trying to ruin the relationship between Izumi and Shikimori?
Yeah, boy.
Basically, what I mean is that I think Kamiya actually has a crush on Izumi, but then she also knows that Izumi has a girlfriend. Why? And how does she know? Because both Shikimori and Kamiya herself are actually the famous girls in their high school, and many boys in the school seem on them. And Kamiya actually sees Shikimori as a rival, not because of having the same love interest, but because they are in the same volleyball team and tries to compete who is the best. So in this episode, which I forgot which number is it. It was the school culture festival one, and there was an event from the school that organizes this every year and call this couple number thing, which I really feel like this thing is like pouring the oil into a blazing flame that will burn down the whole school. Alright, that's a hyperbole. So yeah, and Izumi and Shikimori got the same number last year, while for this year, Izumi got the same number as, you got the guys, Kamiya. Oh, and Chairman, thank you for your service. And then on this episode, wow, I really have nothing to say. Because of this, right, I almost want to give this anime 10 out of 10 leh. 10 out of 10. Yes, full marks. And I'm not even joking. Higher than most of the ones that I gave an equivalent to Entertainment District arc. That's why I told you earlier, everyone wants a Shikimori-san in their life. Even girls themselves like Kamiya. They really make Kamiya dirty on this one. God, I feel bad for her so much, yeah. I mean, kids, come on. If Kamiya won the battle, then the whole name of this anime would be Kamiya is not just a cutie. Imagine that's the case, right? And then Shikimori will be the side character, like. And if that happens, we will have another thinking. What if Shikimori won and will the title be Shikimori is not just a cutie? Yeah, and then it becomes a look apparently. And well, I gave this anime 7 out of 10 at the end because they didn't fucking kiss at the last episode. Oh god, damn it, no. So Zion, if they kiss at the last episode, will you retain the rating as 10 out of 10? To be honest, right? Yes, I would. I would retain the rating as 10 out of 10 if that happened. But nope, I dropped the rating by 3 instead. That is so mean. I know. This show should deserve an at least 8 out of 10. I agree, but if you compare this to other rom-com, right? 7 out of 10 is an average point for my standards, and 8 out of 10 is okay to decent, then 9 out of 10 is decent to very good or amazing, then while 10 out of 10 is when I open my mouth big and I have nothing to say. Alright, so that is how I rate rom-com animes. Then while for the song, right, the opening and ending is also just meh, and I don't really listen to it, and I skip it most of the time except the first episode lah. And animation is actually not bad, and I do actually quite like the animation because me myself, I do understand how animation works. So well then, on to the next anime.
Yeah Boy Kong Ming, or Paripi Kome, is one of the first music-focused anime in 2022. Not just the typical ones you watch that has schoolgirls trying to form a band by finding new people to join them, or like the one I'll be talking about, a loner who tries to mingle with extroverts. This anime goes a different direction. Yes, sure, reincarnation is common as you can see so many isekai animes becoming more ubiquitous and you never have enough to finish all of them. Okay, since this is a Chinese related story, I'm gonna use a lot of Chinese words and please be ready to endure my pronunciations. Okay, this guy, our main MC, is from ancient China during the Three Kingdoms period, and if I remember correctly, he is from Shuhan. Since there's 3, like Wei, Wu, and yes, correct, one more, Shuhan. Correct, he's from Shuhan because he works together with Liu Bei. That's correct, people. I have to double check, so I will not be talking cap. I'm talking about Zhuge Liang, or his other name, Kong Ming. Oh god, am I going to talk about Chinese history as well? Okay, just some heads up about who Zhuge Kong Ming really is. How do I say? He's a commander slash general for his kingdom, and his tactics on defeating other kingdoms are coercive. And this Chinese word, Ming Rui, how do I translate this to English? Because if you take this word literally, right, it means sharpness, but in metaphorical way, I would say accurate. Anyway, However, Zhuge Kongming, he actually had a health problem, so he died at the age of 53 due to illness in this place called Wuzhang Plains or Wuzhang Yuan. Before Liu Bei died, his son took over his throne, and his son name is Liu Shan. So Kongming, he also worked under Liu Shan as well because Kongming cannot be replaced. Sorry, I went off for a bit, but that's how Zhuge Kongming life was in the shortest and the most direct way of explanation. So he was reincarnated into modern Japan and somehow could speak Japanese instead of Chinese. Doesn't make it feel 冰淇淋。
早上好，中国。现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
Oh yeah, I haven't even introduced our most important female MC yet. Her name is Eiko Tsukimi. Let's call her Eiko, not Meiko. Eiko is one of the waifu that luckily there's no one simps on her that time when this anime was airing. Because people are busy simping on Shikimori, Komi, Yoforger, Kaguya, and Chika, Erika, Aharen. FBI, open up! So after Kongming reincarnated into modern Tokyo, he actually landed on nighttime Shibuya. Just so coincidentally that time was Halloween, and just coincidentally that's how Kongming met Eiko in a night party. I don't know how. Based on my knowledge on Zhuge Liang, I don't think he's into music. Unless he's Gao Jianli, a Chinese musician that was very famous during the Qing dynasty. But that was even before Zhuge Liang was born. But anime has its own laws. So he decided to offer help to Eiko just like that. Because he liked her voices. What a simp. Anyway, Kongming then helped Eiko by using stratagems that was written in ancient China. And here, just to make sure everyone, all the audience, not leaving the place and listen to Eiko singing. Speaking of stratagems, I think you all have heard the meme Sun Tzu, the art of war, which everyone makes irrelevant and funny quotes and then wrote Sun Tzu name on it. But today, I want to explain where this meme came from. As if you already know, Sun Tzu, or in Chinese, Sun Tzu, was a military general and a strategist from Zhou dynasty, which was also before Zhuge Liang period. He was very smart and was very coercive as well, and therefore wrote a book called The Art of War, or Sun Tzu Bing Fa in Chinese. So this Sun Tzu Bing Fa actually helped a lot of military operations from that time, and even now, the modern days, is still very useful. There's another book I want to say too, and this time is not written by Sun Tzu, but another author called Wang Jingzhe. It's called 36 Stratagems, or 36计. This book and The Art of War were very similar, as it both talks about strategies and tactics on how to defeat the enemies. Yes, people last time like to fight wars because they need more land and to see who is more powerful. Yeah, and sorry, because of lack of exposure from the western side, I have no idea what empire was it when all this happened. I think it should be Persian Empire. Whatever, let's move on.
So what the stratagem he used on Eiko is 霸阵图. So after he used 霸阵图 on the audience, right?
She gains thousands of followers after her performance, and then he uses another stratagem, which I actually find it interesting, which is creating something from nothing. And the Chinese, oh god, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. 虚者许之，疑中生疑，刚柔之计，其而复其。Okay, fine. There's a simpler one. Empty fort strategy, or 空城计. It is to deceive the enemy into thinking that there's an empty location, is full of traps and ambushes, and therefore induce the enemy to retreat. So after using this stratagem on another performer, she was then successful for the second time. This is Kondo. She was one of the biggest musical organizers out there, saw Eiko potential and offered her two choices. The first was a place of 10,000 people, or another bigger place with 300k people. 300k? In a musical festival? But it is definitely not easy for her, because she also need to qualify and instruction, which is to get 100,000 likes on her page to take part in. This is Kabe Taijin, or Kabe, a rapper which won many competitions last time, and he's like me for real, socially awkward. This episode 6, Jesus Christ, I was vibing and was opening my mouth big and wide because of how unexpected this was. The rap between Kabe Taijin and Kongming. You should definitely watch the episode, and goddamn, now this show is 10 out of 10. Kabe Taijin joined Kongming's band, which is also Eiko, as he met Kongming there. Kongming afterwards gave Eiko 3 items, which will be useful later. It's kinda like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to me, and the items listed are in sequence. Unlike the cartoon, you can use anything anytime and there's no mystery item. Anyway, the first item was a note to ask Eiko to buy puddings, which she doesn't know why, and the second is a permit for her to perform in the public, and lastly is a ticket for an observation deck. This is called 锦囊妙计, pocket full of miracles. A metaphor for solving urgent problems at that time while keeping them secret for the time being. This is Kido, a producer. He may sound harsh, but he actually a very good person. This is Nanami. Finally guys, we have the second important female character here. She's from another band called Azalea, but at first she didn't tell Eiko about it because of her ugly background. So she pretended that she hates the band until she heard that Eiko is joining the 100k likes challenge together with Azalea. This is Karasawa, Azalea's manager, very strict about Azalea band as he own vision and path. But before that, Eiko and Nanami do enjoy playing together, sing together, and do anything together. Actually, the reason how both of them knew each other was because Eiko saw her at the street wanting to perform. However, she doesn't have a license to play. So Eiko pretended that they are friends and managed to trick the police that they actually know each other. Because she heard her singing Eiko's favorite song, so she wants her to continue to sing it. The second half of this anime, like around episode 7 to 12, is really like the music version of Licorice Recoil. Licorice Recoil? Don't worry, we are going to cover it, so I will explain later. But there's one thing I don't like. Maybe I think that the budget here spent too much on the rapping part just now. Therefore, you will keep hearing this same repetitive song. I'm gonna play for 6 seconds because you don't need to hear it. You can hear it as much as you want in the show.
Everything seems to be alright, 'cause you get me with sparks of love all night.
But if that's really the trade-off, I will let this slide. But please make more original songs. You are a musical focused anime. Nanami later revealed that she is the leader of Azalea and apologized to Eiko that she didn't tell her earlier and also lied to her. Kabe went back to BB Lounge to challenge his opponent the last time and won the match. Eiko is singing her new written song. Oh god, why are we going back to flashbacks? But hey, it's kinda remind me of those Chinese historical / wuxia dramas out there. Finally, we are seeing the last showdown between Eiko and her team and Azalea. Eiko reached the location first, which is at Shibuya. They started by singing Azalea's song first to trick the audience that they are Azalea. Azalea came later on and the audience were confused that why wasn't the Azalea the 3 girls but 1 girl and 2 guys instead. And furthermore, there's fog everywhere, so they can't see clearly too. This stratagem is called 草船借箭, literally borrowing arrows with straw boats. This tactic was used when Zhuge Liang was assigned by Zhou Yu that they would need 100,000 arrows within 10 days, but Zhuge Liang did it within 3 days. So he brought some boats with some scarecrows on it and headed towards Wei Kingdom. And Cao Cao army started to shoot arrows on them and they can't see the boats clearly due to the fog. So same thing happened here. Therefore, Eiko team was the first to hit 100,000 likes and therefore won the contest, making her to join Summer Sonia, which I hope is in season 2. And that's the end of the story. Of course, the main character must win, plot armor. Now let's talk about the popularity of the show. The singer behind Eiko, not sure you have ever heard of her, Kuroneko, a famous utaite in the previous generation. Sure, she is still significant as of now, but not as significant than she ever before. She used to collab with another utaite, and his name is John Cena. Amatsuki. Why did I say John Cena? Both of them made of the best covers out there last time. There were many utaites that were very famous last time too, before Hololive, Nijisanji, and other VTuber agencies even created. For example, Mafumafu, Soraru, Eve, So, and these are the notable ones. But right now, all the time, I've only heard of Eve. Kuroneko is still relevant. She sang all of her original songs for Pyrobi Kome, but it seems like it kinda underrated compared to other musical related anime, like Keisaku Band for example, for upcoming Bocchi the Rock, or even Ado, who sang all of the songs in One Piece Film Red. People only know Ado, or maybe even Keisaku Band, but why do people not care about Eiko? Sure, the existing fans will support her, but her recognition is not on par with Ado's Film Red songs. Take her signature song for example, Dreamer. Look at how many views she have. And then take Ado New Genesis or Shinji Dai and see how many views she has. Why and how? Furthermore, Ado started later than Kuroneko. Not just her career, but for her upcoming movie Film Red, which premiered in August 2022, and the final episode for Pyrobi Kome was June. I can see that if Kuroneko didn't even sing for Pyrobi Kome, right, I think she may struggle. Hey, even the Keisaku Band started later than both Ado and Kuroneko, but I understand that this Keisaku Band is a band and is not a solo singer, unlike Ado and Kuroneko. Sure, One Piece has bigger fans. Their fan base is already been there since 1999, thank you Eiichiro Oda, and it's still one of the most famous anime out there right now. And as of now, it's still under Wano arc for some reason. Sure, I love both songs from both sides, therefore please support every artist out there. It's time for me to rate the show again. So the animation is decent, the songs are good although repetitive, decent story, and my overall rating is 9 out of 10. They didn't announce season 2 though as of now, so let's hope we can see Eiko performing in Summer Sonia. Let's move on.
Those who have already finished watching Tomodachi Game, I think it's better if you reconsider your current real life or online friends, because there may be one or even two that will or soon betray you. I believe that if you start to find something suspicious coming from your best friend, for example, starting to send you dry messages like haha, okay, lol, yes, nice, etc., stop talking to them. Actually, I'm not a therapist, but I hope I still help you a bit. Anyway, back to the anime. Tomodachi Game was set in a high school where there are the main characters, or the 5 friends, and they are the chat, the mastermind Yuichi. At first I thought she is Hiyori Shiho, the virgin Tenjin, this shy girl Yutori, and this underrated blondie hair boy Shibe. The rest are not so important, but I also want to mention Shinomiya Kei. Damn, if you have already watched, then you will know what happened. This is the guy that controls every movement and action from this team and makes Yuichi to think of another way quickly to win. I want to say that more than 20 animes that were premiered this year, Yuichi is one of the smartest and also the most chat male MC out there. Same level as Ayano Koji in Classroom of the Elite and Tadano in Komi Can't Communicate. He can figure out who was the one who made them join the Tomodachi Game and found out that Tenjin is the one who is the culprit. He still do trust his friends though, and he still cares about them. He basically sacrificed for himself, even though his friend betrayed him. Like, goddamn, why didn't he cut these bastard fingers? Oh, damn it. Anyways, what a chat, guys. This is how every man should be. Then this girl, Shiho, actually is Tenjin's Osana Najimi. They actually knew each other since young. Well, you know, because she's a girl, right? So that's why there's at least someone who will have a crush on her. You're right, people. It is Tenjin herself. That's why he knows Shiho's father as well. And Shiho doesn't really have screen time anymore since the third game because her classmates bully her and then she just goes MIA. Meanwhile for Shibe, although he's one of the least screen time and least speech character among the 5 friends, I don't actually feel pity for him lah. And then he also sacrificed by confessing many things in the second game, which until the last episode, everything changed. He's not as innocent as you think lah. He's actually also one of the richest among 5 of them as well. Then we have Kokorogi. I think in the community, she is the most hated girl. Actually, I don't have to kind of agree on what the community said. What? I know she used to be a prostitute.
Why not? You're nothing but a prostitute. How dare you call me a prostitute? But you are!
And she got bullied as well and have to give money for the bully to stop bullying her. But I just don't understand that. Why she is so obsessed with Yuichi. I don't fucking get it. Like guys, this is the most stupid thing in the whole show. And I rather spend time researching on your boy Konbin. Lastly, we got Tenjin, the traitor of the 5 friends. Stole the money and made everyone join the Tomodachi game. Play victim when got caught. Should he deserve an Oscar? You guys can vote in the comments. But at the back of the season, he's actually quite likable lah. He did feel guilty in doing everything, and we start to trust Yuichi and listen to what he says. And he actually endured the third game, and then saved both Yuichi and Kokorogi. And what am I talking about? What are you saying? What game are you talking about? Okay, so right now, if you have a lot of confusion, right, I will try to explain one by one based on the chronological order lah. So basically, the stories start with because someone else stole someone else's money for the upcoming school trip, and we know who is it already. All 5 of them has been sent to a place where they don't know where it is to play 3 games. Actually, there's 5, but they only cover 3 in the anime. And the final episode doesn't count because the organization impersonated the Tomodachi organization. So the first is Kokiri, a game which everyone have to agree on something. For example, if the answer is A, everyone should choose A and no one should choose B. But if one person choose B, then the team response will be B. Then for the second game is this Kageguchi game, which a lot of drama happened. Basically, one has to write something that will either expose them or one don't write anything at all. It can be a truth, it can be a lie. More info can be read in the link in the description, and I'm too lazy to elaborate. Then for the third game is hide and seek, and I don't think I need an explanation for this lah hor. When the announcers say that the third game will be impossible to be played with only one person, I won't say that why Yuichi is the only one that will proceed to the third game. But when Tenji start to take initiative, right, he will help Yuichi. But he said that he actually didn't have a crush on Shiho, but Yuichi himself instead. What the bro, you alright? Tomodachi game. More like Homodachi game. Get it, guys? Never let them know your next move. Brothers, never. In 2022, if you want to create a very unique anime with a very different story that doesn't follow the usual path, I think this is how it should be done. The character design, the animation, the song, and the length are decent, and I don't seem to find the story is rushed despite having only 12 episodes. Oh, and you kinda need a big brain to really understand this. Do you trust anyone or no one anime? If you ask me what is going on in this anime 5 to 6 years ago, I really can't answer you. And this happened to me when I was watching Your Name back in 2017. I have absolute zero idea what the fuck is going on. In the future, if you come back and rewatch, let me tell you, you will eventually know what is everyone's motives behind, even though they did explain a little bit. Anyway, back to the anime. So the last game, I really feel like the story didn't progress any further since it's the last episode. Shiho is gone, Shibe was arrested, Yuichi gave up on Kokorogi on being useless, bastards kidnap Kokorogi and Yuichi save her, then Tenji bring the enemies to the side and arrest all of them. And then the fourth game starts at season 2. Just kidding. As of now, season 2 is not yet announced, so go read the fucking manga. I rate this anime 8 out of 10 because of its complicated plot, stupid administrators that create this kind of horrendous shit, and Yuichi didn't cut off these bastard fingers. Damn! Why Yuichi? You should do it! You don't deserve the pain for useless Kokorogi!
I don't think this anime really needs an introduction. Spy X Family. I mean, Spy Family. This is one of the most anticipated anime this year. This anime was split into two parts, first core and second core, which first core aired during spring 2022, while the second core aired during fall 2022. So since they are the same thing, I will merge both part 1 and 2 together to reduce the complexity. However, not everyone has watched Spy Family yet, so I will have to introduce the characters as well. This is like a spy from enemy country, aka Westerlys, trying to maintain peace between East and West, which is the country named Ostania. He is also known as Twilight. Then we have Yor Forger, an assassin where her daylight job, I really don't know what she does during daytime. Very shy, very cute, very mummy. Lastly, we have, you guess it, Anya Forger. Anya is an orphan, but she too has a secret ability which is able to read people's mind. So she is a telepath. And her favorite words are meaning excited. 3 of them makes the Forger family. Some characters you also need to know, but you don't really need to pay attention, such as Frankie, the elegant Henry, and this woman who looks like a witch, Becky, which is classmate of Anya, Damien, and I think everyone ships him and Anya together. And lastly, Yuri, Yor Forger's younger brother, who really needs a therapy because he is a fucking siscon. So it started off where a car accident happened in, I don't know where this is, but the victims are important figures of both Ostania and Westerlys. Westerlys hired Lloyd to go to the enemy country to find this person called Donovan Desmond, or Damien's father. He found out that Donovan has a son, and then he's enrolling to Eden School this year. So he decided to go to the orphanage, ask who is the smartest, and then got Anya at the end. And he also meet your mom. I mean, you're at this tailor store. It must be at this timing. If the time traveler moves their chair, then I don't think he would even meet her. He went to ask her immediately whether can she be his partner or not. She said yes, and then Lloyd applied the school for Anya. Almost failed, and this bastard gave Anya PTSD of her real mother. Lloyd smashed the table into half and left the place. Because of elegant Henry, Anya is able to enroll to the school. Plot armor maybe? I guess not. Afterwards, Anya punched Damien, which I think that's when Damien started to have crush on her.
Yeah, boy.
Anya got demerit of what they called boats. Anya was also told to apologize to Damien, and god damn, this is the cutest scene ever. You know what? He rejected. Fuck you, Damien. Then afterwards, Anya saw someone, which is drowning, and then tried to save him, and Lloyd rescued both Anya and the boy. Oh, and let me skip Yuri Brier's scene that is unnecessary. As I already said, he really needs a therapy because he is a fucking siscon. To also give an impression that they are a happy family, for their neighbors to reduce the sassy or the sass, Lloyd takes Anya and Yor to Berlin Aquarium. They also did some secret mission there, but it's kind of not really important, and we can move on. Anya and Lloyd came back, and Lloyd got Anya a big penguin plush. And that's kinda the end of the first core, I think. And then the part 2 is when Anya then wanted a dog. So the forget The Forger family went to the adoption fair to look for the Anya favorite. However, Lloyd has a mission that time as well, and Anya saw this big white doggo which is able to see the future. She wanted this dog immediately, but then the dog was under enemy's hands. Thanks to Lloyd and Anya and the plot armor, Lloyd didn't die, Anya didn't lose his dad, and everyone is safe. Everything goes okay until Nightfall comes in. Nightfall is... how do I say? The easiest way to describe her is that she is a rival of Yor Forger. She has a big crush on Twilight and wanted to take over Yor as his wife. He was cringe, and it's very annoying, but just for this time, I will not complain anything. Then Yor Forger also knows that Lloyd cares less than before, and she also suspects that Lloyd is cheating on her because they play tennis with her. Okay, fine. Then she goes drunk and then confessed and told everything she wanted to say. So Lloyd told her that she just a worker on or a colleague that was from the hospital he works in, since he can't reveal his role that he is a spy from another country. So then we move fast forward to when Lloyd goes to Anya's school, as he knew that Desmond Donovan will come over as well, since his son Damien is in the school. Finally, there is progress for the show. He talked to Donovan a bit and tried not to make people around him feel sus. Is this the third time I say sus already? And keeps convincing him to find a time to visit his house. However, he failed to do so. This time, we finally hear Damien receive praise from his father, since his family is a noble. And that's how season 1 ends, for both part 1 and 2. Oh yes, before I finish the review of Spy X Family, Spy Family, I have a trivia for you guys. It's not related to Spy Family, but something that is related to it. The voice actress for Yor Forger, Hayami Saori, is also the VA for Shinobu in Demon Slayer, Kamisato Ayaka in Genshin, Yukino in Oregairu, Sakurai from My Senpai is Annoying, and many others. Actually, she's also a singer. You know that in the end of 2022, this song went viral in TikTok. And have a listen. Isn't this a Honeywork song? What does this have to do with Yor Forger? Not really, but she's actually sang it. Imagine she's the waifu she voiced and sang this song while the music blasting in your ears. Sure, you all can tell me that there's another version without her, which is the Kapi version, and that one is more popular than Hayami Saori version. And I just want to let you all know, both are good. Okay? Both are good. Alright, so time for the conclusion. It's a mixture of slice of life plus some action, a bit of violence, and you can see how Spy Family rolls. I gave part 1 and 2 9 out of 10, and I don't give the one more mark is because of number 1, it's very overrated. Number 2, Yuri Raya, and number 3, there's no number 3, I'm just kidding. The songs are nice, especially Mixed Nuts by Official Hige Dandism and Shikisai by Yama. If you say collaborations between companies will have a win-win situation, then I will say Beat Studio and Cloverworks are the example of it. Spy Family is although overrated, but still it is a must for someone to watch who are new to anime. A couple of kakus, or kako no Inasuke. After watching 24 episodes, I do really feel like this can fall under the same level as Rent a Girlfriend. The story is below average. The characters are cliche, and the only good thing about it is the animation and the music. They are alright. The main plot of this anime is that there were two families that had their baby swapped in hospital because the doctors got it wrong. Oh, what did I just say? Isn't that the plot for Nisekoi? You're right, people. You're right. It's literally Nisekoi, but without the fighting, violence, and gangsters. The swap babies are indeed the main characters, and their names are Erika Amano and Nagi Umino. This is Sachi Umino, Nagi's sister. I think she has a crush on her brother, even though they lived together since birth. What the fuck? This is Segawa, top student in the school, but is annoying. You can say her level of annoying like Mami from Rent a Girlfriend. Therefore, this is the start of 2022 Love Triangle anime. Just some heads up before you actually watch the anime yourself. The Umino family runs a restaurant by a street where their family income is quotation able to survive. While the Amano family is the rich ones, as the father of Erika is the CEO of the hotel company. Erika and Nagi do not know each other until they met at the crossover bridge, where Nagi misunderstood that Erika was trying to commit suicide by jumping off the bridge, but he didn't know Erika was a famous girl on the media, and she has to do dangerous, rebellious things for it. Erika tried to ask Nagi to pretend to be her boyfriend, but then he rejected it because he wanted to see his real parents, which he didn't know which is Erika's parents. But Erika got a video on this, which I don't really want to explain how she got it. Then she blackmail/threatened him if he doesn't want to cooperate with her, and ended up he had no choice. Oh yes, I forgot to explain what Nagi characteristics are. Actually, he is one of the smartest in the whole school. He tried to beat the first student in his cohort, and he did it once. However, he always lost to the first student. And you guys guess who is it? It is Segawa, this purple hair girl. Nagi is kinda straightforward person until at the back where I feel like the story isn't progressing. The reason why I say this anime was a love triangle was because, yes, you're right people, he also likes Segawa. What the fuck, man? Come on, I know your heart you has a crush on Erika. Why the fuck are you entertaining this nerd girl for the rest of the season? I don't understand. And then there's one more girl I want to talk about. Yes, Sachi. This Sachi girl, oh my god. Yes, I know, you and Nagi are not blood related, but you guys live together since you are born. And you have a crush on your brother. I don't know what is going on anymore. Unlike Yuri Breyer, he is a ciscon. For Sachi, she is a brocon. Guys, if you have tons of time and you want to kill some time, I think this is the best anime for you to waste your time. I was to give this 8 out of 10, but sorry, the story is just not progressing. Like, this whole brocon thing shouldn't exist. Segawa character design should be drawn better. And lastly, their parents. Oh god, their parents. I think their parents exist in another universe. They don't even care about their children and whatnot. Yes, I get that when Erika's father is trying to hide who is the person in the picture in the second half of the show, so that we can guess who is it with speculations and assumptions. But spoiler alert, that person didn't even come out at the end of episode 24. Yes, I do laugh at some parts where I do find them funny. But overall, the story is just meh. The songs are meh as well, except the first ending. The first ending is awesome, and animation is good. And lastly, I gave the rating 7 out of 10. Fast forward, we are now at summer 2022 anime. The amount of the anime is the same as spring. So total we will have already covered 17 animes once we reach the 4 mark. That means another 7 more anime here. Let's go!
Call of the Night, or Yofukashi no Uta, is one of the must-watch anime for 2022. When I first watched the trailer, I knew that this is going to be a hit and be the unique ones in this season. Just for your information, Call of the Night is a vampire-themed anime, and in this universe, they are all nocturnal creatures, and they don't come out at the daytime. I think they will die if they go out, since they are vampires. For the first 6 episodes, this anime is actually quite chill. Until episode 7 onwards, shit that gets real. First off, let me introduce the characters. This is Nazuna, the girl MC. This is Yamori, the male MC. This is Akira, male MC Osana Najimi. This is Seki, Yamori's best friend. This is Seri, yellow hair vampire. This is Nico, red hair vampire. This is Suzushiro, trap vampire. And this is Detective, voiced by Raiden Shogun. and the rest are not so important to me to introduce. The plot is easy actually. Yamori was a top student in school until one day he decided to drop out and wants to discover house life outside during night time. When he was outside minding his own business, there's a girl who met him when he was buying alcohol. Yamori don't understand what love is, and when he saw Nazuna, he started to develop feelings for her. Therefore, he allowed Nazuna to suck his blood. And because he is a virgin, he thought after she sucked his blood, right, he can become a vampire. Dude, what the fuck? You're a top student in school, and you thought you can be a vampire just like this? Anyway, so they go to various places together, do things together like playing games and doing massage. Hey boy, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really want to spoil episode 7 onwards, but I'm sorry I have to, because it's getting very exciting. So Yamori doubted whether he wanted to be a vampire, because he saw the detective, which is the Raiden Shogun, who can actually kill a vampire, and asked him whether he was convinced to give up, or else the detective will kill him as well. And he also discovers that not all vampires are girls, and some vampires can be hostile towards humans. Finally, he decided he wants to be Nazuna offspring and confess to her. And that's the end of Season 1. Season 2 is not yet announced though. Let's hope we will get to see Season 2 in near future. I gave this anime 9 out of 10. Huh? Damn, how many 9 out of 10 you have given already? I mean, I'm just gonna repeat myself again that I do really have low standards, and rating anime is not really my job. So, the songs made by Crispy Nuts Duo was fantastic. And Daten and Yofukashi no Uta are the opening and ending respectively. The animation for the background, wow, when I first watching it, I was like, how do they draw this? The color of the sky. I've never seen other anime is like this.
Oh yes, Licorice Recoil, one of the best masterpieces that have been made this year. At first when I was watching episode 1, I was like, what is going on? Like, who this yellow hair girl is, and who even is Takina? Why do they have a cafe? Why does she wants to shoot them in the first place? And did the bad guys die? Who even is this robot? There's so much questions, and I was trying to find out the answer on the internet and the anime forums, and I couldn't find a single explanation from it. Because this is one of the anime whose source is original, unlike most of the anime that we watch that was adapted by either novels or manga. Since this anime has already ended a few months ago and I still quite remember the plot, I will try to explain it from episode 1 to 13. So firstly, there are 3 things you need to know, and the first thing is Licorice. Licorice is a group of people where all the members are girls and all of them are orphans. They are trained from young to eliminate criminals and terrorists in futuristic Tokyo to maintain the peacefulness in Japan. The second thing is called Direct Attack, or DA in short. DA is an organization with control the Licorice. That means when DA order them to neutralize those criminals, the Licorice have to do it. And then the last thing is Ellen Institute. Ellen Institute is a philanthropy organization across the world that assists those who are poor but very skillful people. One of the notable examples that is associated with Ellen Institute is, yes, you guessed it, the main character of the show, Chisato Nishikigi. This girl is Takina. Kinda look like Chitanda, I guess. This is Mika. Mika is the creator of Chisato, and this is Shinji, also the creator of Chisato. Yes, I know, more of it later. This is Kurumi. This is Mizuki. This is Robota. This is Majima. Not to be confused with Makima. Both Robota and Majima are the villains here. The other names that's not been mentioned are not so important. The story is very simple actually. I thought it would be very difficult to explain. Just Chisato and Takina doing cute things. No way, I'm dead serious. They plan, they fight, they eat, they talk, and oh yes, carry each other. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. And Also, the fastest way to describe the whole plot of Licorice Recoil is that Chisato is not a human, while the other characters are. The reason why I say she is not human is because she has an artificial heart, a heart created by humans and not biologically. While Majima and his teams are thinking that they could kill civilians in the best way possible, which is to go to the subway and then aim at the people when the trains come. But the thing is that the train is full of Licorice people and eliminates his men except Majima himself. While Chisato bullets were actually not lethal, she doesn't really want to kill unless she has no choice. As Majima learned about who Chisato is, he attempted to want to kill her, but then he failed because, plot armor I guess. Takina, her wife, really decided to move and live with her instead. And you all thought there's only Yuri in this show, which is the relationship between Chisato and Takina. Now you know that there's Yaoi as well. Wait, what? Yaoi as in shonen ai or boys love? Mika is actually gay and he's gay for Shinji. Not the Evangelion Shinji, but this Shinji. Because Chisato and Takina actually spy on them by following them to a place where they were meeting. And that's when we know that Chisato is actually not a human and was actually created by Shinji. Without Shinji, there will not have Chisato. After revealing her information about her artificial heart, we learn that Chisato is going to leave us very soon, 2 months to be exact. When Takina heard about this news, she wanted to cherish and spend even more time with her before she passed. Majima revealed another plan to bring Chisato to the fight, which is to take hostage of Shinji. And when she was at the tower, shit is finally getting real. Majima tried to 1v1 Chisato, and it's almost succeeded, but then Takina was like, no fucking way, I'm gonna let Chisato die like this, and then stop following her commander orders and then just go solo by herself. What the fuck? Sure, I know you are born to marry Chisato, but the thing is that, let me tell you, the emotion Chisato has shown is even more than Takina's other than the Sakana part. But most of the scenes are, she's just acting like an asshole, or any other virgin male MC out there. It's like saying Chisato is more like human because it has emotions while being a robot or an android. And Takina is the other way around. It's a human but no emotions. Maybe she witnessed her family got killed in front of her eyes, but wait, she doesn't have a family because she's under Licorice or she's an orphan. Anyway, my point is that she just doesn't show her feelings at all. She just literally do what she wants like a robot who can program itself. Oh god, because of this I wanted to drop down the rating to 7 or 8 out of 10. But I can't because there's still more things I want to say. Both Majima and Chisato continued their battle and Chisato wanted to stop the timer from the phone because afterwards the tower will explode and collapse, but both fell to the dome and the glass broke. Takina managed to save Chisato and Majima fell. He did survive though, he can't just die like that. Lemao. Anyway, the timer was over and it was actually the building, did not explode, and it was... You get it, fireworks good. You know how many fucking confessions we've run? Many then suspected that Chisato had died because they can't actually fight her. And then Takina said she will go and fight her in this forest where I really don't know where this is. And saw a perpetrator and it was actually, you guess it, Chisato. Chisato didn't die is because of Mika. Mika helped her to replace the heart from Shinji and then she will be able to continue to live. And they have fun together and they went to Hawaii at the end. And that's all for season 1. I really hope they can finally announce season 2 ASAP. But we got what we want, right? Actually no one requested for this. Since this is an original source and there were no manga to start with. I promised that just now during the Parupi Kome part, I said that Eiko and Nanami reminds me of Licorice Recoil. It's like Eiko is like Chisato while Nanami is like Takina in terms of their personality, but not really 100%. After me talking about Licorice for so long, I think you should know why now. Now I want to talk about the songs. Alive by Clarice, the duo that sang for Self Network. Hataraku Saibo and Eromanga Sensei, while Tower of Flower by Sayuri, who sang the ending for Kizu no Honkai, a Scum Wish, Boku no Hero ending, and Fate ending as well. Jesus Christ, when I first heard of Tower of Flower, it was so catchy. It was the best ending I've ever heard for the whole summer 2022 animes. People even made memes about it, like me for example. Tower of Flower was a masterpiece, and here's my Spotify rap again. It is number 3 for the whole year. When the song plays in episode 9 and the last episode, I almost cried. Like really, I'm not kidding. I have at least listened to this at least 1,000 times now. Maybe I should try cover it? Nah, I'm just kidding. My singing is bad. The other characters are okay, but it's really irrelevant. Mizuki and Kurumi are important, but I really have nothing to talk about it. Robota is a good villain. I have nothing to talk about it also. And it's a work from A1 Pictures, so that's definitely an A1 for me. Overall, I give Licorice Recoil 10 out of 10. But we don't have time for this. Let's move on to the next anime. Engage Kiss, another masterpiece. Should I say masterpiece? Another piece made from our beloved A1 Pictures. Okay, when I think of this anime, I have one question for everybody. When you watch this show, do you watch it because there is demons? Or because this is an original, as in, it is not adapted from a manga or light novel? Or because you watch this for
Yeah, boy.
Engage Kiss is set in the futuristic world where the characters are not in Japan but speaks Japanese somehow. I mean, technically this is an anime. If they don't speak Japanese, what do they speak? Just like many shonen anime, there are akumas or devil/demons exist in this world. This is the part where you guess it. Let's go. This issue, I wouldn't say he isn't really a child nor a virgin. He is in between. This is Kisara, a demon that helps Shu to fight other demons. Yes, and most importantly, she uses memories to become stronger. This is Ayano. She and Shu used to date, but then they broke up for some reasons, but still actually like each other. What the fuck? My 1 IQ brain can't handle this. This is Sharon, or Mami, or the girl from Fire Force. Wait, Shu isn't a virgin. Wow, because of my bad, guys. So okay, forget what I said just now. Lastly, this is Kana, Shu's sister that got locked up for years. This is Ayano's mom, and these are those that are not so important ones. The story is really just they have a bidding on who will take the job on killing the demon, and those bidding that has the least amount of reward will win. So you are correct. Shu is actually quite poor compared to the other main characters in the other anime. So they always won because he's MC of the show, that's why. Basically, at start of the show, we can't ask anyone else on the internet what will be going on next, because this and Licorice Recoil, the anime I just talked, are the two prominent ones that are not adapted from any source, meaning they are the original content. To put in an easier way, they are not adapted from a manga or a light novel. So that's why everyone thought Kisara is also one of the bad ones, because she keeps taking Shu's memory away. But in the end, she returned everything back to Shu and even forgot herself. Because she knows Shu's horny. Actually no. Is he horny? Can't tell really. But she is kinda jealous that he used to fuck Ayano and the nun. That's why she took all of them away. The back of the show is really like a filler, or really the turning point of the show, as it talks about the backstory of Shu and also the final battle, the sibling wars. Oh god, the final battle was... I would say the animations are not lazy, but there's part of my head is still stuck at 10 episodes earlier. Oh yes, I guess this anime is so popular is because people come here just to watch the kiss scenes. Yes, me too, by the way. But for goodness sakes, just watch hentai by this point. The opening and the ending are decent. I've never heard of Hauka before. This is my first time hearing her song, Dare Kare Scramble. In the ending, Renai no, sang by Nanao Akari, the same artist that did the ending for Science Fall in Love, so I tried to prove it, together with Soul, which the famous Utaite I mentioned during the Paripi Komi part. I wanted to give this a 9 out of 10, but then the story is a bit too complicated, so I just moved down by 2, so become 7 out of 10. There's actually more A1 Pictures work this year, like Kaguya-sama Ultra Romantic, made by A1, SAO Progressive 2 movie, which also made by A1, and I will try to watch them when I have the time. When will Ayumu makes his move? Or in Japanese, Soredemo Ayumu wa yosete kuru, or Sore Ayu. It's an anime that I will say I kinda have mixed reactions about it. It's like Aharen, Takagi-san, Uzaki-chan, Nagatoro, my senpai is annoying, all put together into one. I mean, since the original author who made this was Soichiro Yamamoto, the same person who made Takagi-san. When I first watched it, I wondered, oh wow, shogi, the Japanese version of chess, which I have absolutely zero idea on how to play it. I mean, the Western chess and the Chinese chess I can't play as well, so I was a bit reluctant that I continue watching this show. In the end, together with all of the summer animes, I did finish. Oh, a boy and a girl in a room. What will they do? The male MC, Ayumu, is one of the chat in this summer season animes. This is Urushi, the female MC here. Unlike Takagi-san, instead of the female teasers on male, this is the other way round. Unlike Nagatoro, instead of the female call the male senpai, this is the other way round.
Senpai, 今日はありがとうございました。
But both of their relationships are like Takeda and Futaba from My Senpai is Annoying. This rom-com slice of life, oh my goodness, finally defy all of the rules that rom-com always done. It started with sports festival and then a school culture festival. I was like, what? I thought I was at the back of the season already, like about episode 11 or 12. But nope, at least this is different. Or else it will be another cliche rom-com slice of life that tries to be different, just like adding themes like shogi. This is Maki, Urushi bestie. She reminds me of someone else from Love Live. But I don't watch Love Live, so anyway, these are Urushi classmates and they appear at the back of the show. This is Takeru and Sakurako. As what I mentioned earlier in the Takagi-san part, they are the side couples of the anime. Let me repeat, Kazama and Sakurai from My Senpai is Annoying. Sorry. Oh, and it has the word Sakura too, and not to be confused with the one from Naruto. Oh, and also, Takeru is Ayumu male Osana Najimi, as they know each other since young. To be honest, right, I really want that show to have a season 2. It was very good and you guys should watch it. My senpai is annoying. Please go and watch it. This is Rin, not Kagamine Rin. She played the big part at the second half of the show. She is the kohai for both Ayumu and Takeru, as 3 of them were from the Kendo Club last time, in middle school. And finally, these are Urushi parents. Basically, the premise of this show is that Urushi is very interested in shogi and created an unofficial school club which plays, of course, shogi. She was the only member, and to become an official club, right, the club must have at least 4 members. However, Urushi only recruited 1 person, which was Ayumu, the male MC. His friend wanted to join Kendo Club, but then he ended up on the library club, and he had a crush on a girl in his club. but he is considered a open close comma ghost member of the Shogi Club as well. Maki, the best wingman in the summer 2022 anime, always cheer and encourage Urushi to confess her true feelings on Ayumu. And Rin, the second best wingman in summer 2022 anime, always encourage Ayumu to confess her true feelings on Urushi. Wait, what did I say? And Rin, the second best wingman in summer 2022 anime, always encourage Ayumu to confess his true feelings on Urushi. Jesus, maybe I got played too. But before the negative parts, let me say the good thing first. Just now I said that this is the opposite of Takagi-san, right? To be exact, the girl teases the boy. Here we see Ayumu keeps teasing the girl while keeping a mundane expression similar to Takina. No emotions at all. Sigh, what an NPC. So we do really keep seeing Urushi blushing. And there are some parts where I quite find it funny and also find it cute, which I want to kill myself after that, after watching some very serious anime one after another, due to wholesomeness of course. Luckily, there's no beach scenes or summer festival scene, so we can skip on that. Both then starts to develop feelings for each other regardless Ayumu or Urushi, or Takeru and Sakurako, as they are feeding me dog food as each episode passed by. And also, I almost want to give this anime 10 out of 10, to be exactly a high 9.7 out of 10, because of how wholesome this anime is, until the last episode. Sure, the front part is good, but the ending is... when I watched the ending, I felt hopeless that if Licorice Recoil or Engage Kiss end like this, just now I mentioned, maybe I got played too. Not just me, but I think everyone. Everyone thought he will really go and confess to Urushi. Even Rin left the place just to give Ayumu a fucking chance to confess to her, as he promised he will after he won the match. But you know what? I guess the title of the show, When Will Ayumu Make His Move? More like never let them know your next move. He didn't confess to her. Unless you're referring to this part about the moon is beautiful thing. That doesn't count. What I want to hear is Tsukiyatte kudasai. Literal meaning, please go out with me. Or metaphorically, please be my girlfriend in this case. But still, I think both Takeru and Sakurako did kiss at the end, and that's where the ship sails. Woo! At least we get to see one Fune leaves the harbor. Bon voyage. So 8 out of 10 for this. Let's hope season 2 will come sooner than later. Oh, and I don't listen to the opening or ending here because I'm too busy listening to Sayuri or the Licorice Recoil ending. My stepmom daughter is my ex, or the full Japanese name Mamahaha no Tsurego ga Moto Kano datta. Luckily, there's a short name for it, Tsure Kano. It's if you have watched Domestic Girlfriend before, you will understand why some anime or manga are written like this. It was made by the anime god Giga. If you have not, please watch this video on Domestic Girlfriend. He described it into the next level that you will never get bored watching it. Anyway, back to the anime. The faster way for me to explain the premise is that these two, the MC of the show, the boy named Mizuto and the girl named Yume, used to date in middle school until graduation they broke up. And then when the boy's father remarried, and then the mother, which also has a daughter, and he never know that it was his ex that he dated last time when he met her. So very similar to Domestic Girlfriend, except that there's no love triangle here. Wait, let me finish. Actually, there's love triangle, but at least the girl inside the triangle is not a teacher. This is Kawanami-kun, Mizuto homie, and this is Minami, Yume bestie. Spoiler, both Kawanami and Minami also used to date each other. Kawanami even confessed that he wanted to marry Minami when he was younger. Damn, wow, okay, this is Higashira. Jesus Christ, when I first saw her, I thought I went back to 2020 when I was watching Oregai Ryu Snapper. Because she literally looks like this girl. Who? This blonde? Yellow hair girl? What's her name again? Ah yes, Iroha Ishiki. But with midnight green hair. Midnight green from iPhone 11 Pro. She's indeed inside the love triangle between the siblings, as both Yume and Minami observe that she actually has a crush on Mizuto. However, she got fucking rejected. No, damn. Now we know who's from Alabama. Helen Keller? Yes, but I'm referring to Mizuto. He said that he's already in love with another girl, and that confirms that he still loves Yume. Like, come on bro, what the fuck? You're not in Alabama right now. You're in Japan. Teme anta wa ima koko ni Nihon ga iru no ni Alabama janai yo. Then after that, the show did a recap of flashbacks of the past when both Mizuto and Yume were still dating and were not siblings yet. When they meet each other in the school library, he fell in love with first sight when they were getting the same book. Okay, wow. They started dating after that and even kiss. But the thing is, yes, sounds like there's progress, but they even planning to even have sex. Yo, dude, that is too fast though. That is even faster than Domestic Girlfriend. That is even faster than A Couple of Kakus. Faster than Shikimori. Wait, that is even faster than most of the rom-coms out there. But they didn't do it in the end. Sad. The actual reason why they actually broke up is because of misunderstanding and lack of communication. So guys, moral of the story is people broke up is always these two reasons: misunderstanding and lack of communication. Sure, and you can say that one party always cheat on another, but the thing is that you need adequate evidence. They broke up during the graduation of the middle school, and then 2 weeks later, Mizuto's father remarried, and he and Yume met again. And that's how the whole anime started. Afterwards, they visited Mizuto's side relatives, which is her cousins, and that's when Mizuto was reading a book about his great-grandfather autobiography, which I don't know how he know it's his great-grandfather's, since he said that no one has ever read this book before, and only himself, and then Yume afterwards. That's how Yume finally know that why her ex used to behave this way. Actually, I kind of want to cry a bit here because I've never seen someone so loyal before. Like, literally, I'm not even exaggerating. But the problem comes in is when, even though his ex is now his stepsister, he's still interested in dating her. Like, what the fuck? You're not Neso leh. You are not Nagi-kun leh. But I want to quote from our anime god Giga. He used to say,
whatever your preference, don't forget the die-hard rule to live by when talking about siblings in anime. If she's not blood related, she's free to be dated.
And
I mean, we all know it's not incest anyway if you shout no chroma.
So they end up kiss again. Phew. They did not have sex. That's the good thing actually. Oh, is it just me or y'all think that when Yume was wearing specs during the middle school, like, doesn't she remind you of something? And then I was laughing, especially this part comes out, because that part what I'm referring to. Look at their similarities. Don't tell me you can't tell the differences. The infamous number 177013. Oh yeah, and Chizuru wearing the same specs as well. Don't worry, Yume, it's not just you. Maybe my mind is fucked up. Anyway, this show is kind of okay-ish, and which I already said, they did kiss in the end, which means incest, just like Domestic Girlfriend, and only Alabama people approve this. So 7 out of 10 overall. Story, song, animation. The opening was sang by the same group who sang the same opening. What am I trying to say? The opening was sang by the same group who sang the same opening for Higehiro or Hige Wasoru. Oh my goodness. Okay, the same company who made this anime, which is Project Number 9. Let's move on.
Rent a Girlfriend Season 2. also known as Kanojo or Karishimas, is actually, okay, hear me out guys, you can disagree with me. Yes, you can say that Rent a Girlfriend is one of the anime that should be deserved in Hall of Shame. And yes, you can say that this is the shittiest show of the year. However, maybe I have low standards. I think this season is better than the first, and maybe other anime as well. It's actually not that bad compared to what the internet have been ranting. I actually kinda enjoyed the show, although there's still a lot of cringy parts where I hope they should end quickly before I skip it. Oh yeah, before we start talking about the anime, I actually wanted to point out the title of the show. After learning 3 years of Japanese through classes, I finally get why the title is called Kanojo or Karishimas. This is just a trivia, but if you want to know more, you can keep carry on watching. So as we know that the Japanese people are very respectful, right? And through my class, there are many ways of showing respect, and they are called keigo. Here I want to talk about 2 keigo. Number 1 is called sonkeigo, aka honorific expressions. And number 2 is kenjogo, aka humble expressions. So I just want you to guess, for the title, Kanojo or Karishimas, does it fall under number 1 or number 2? If you guess number 2, you are correct. But what does sonkeigo and kenjogo even mean? Like, what is honorific and humble? And what are the differences? Now I'm going to answer for you. During situations when you're talking to someone whose rank is higher than you, like your teachers, bosses, or even your customers, when they are or were or had done something, you will use sonkeigo. For example, Shacho, Mada, Ryūren meshi agarimasu ka? This sentence means, boss, have you ever eaten a durian? If you know simple Japanese, eat is taberu. But here, since this is an action from Shacho, which is the boss, you have to use honorific expression. So for the honorific expressions for eating is meshi agarimasu. Then how do you use humble expression? Humble expressions are used when you are talking to your teachers, bosses, customers as well, but the thing that is or was or had done are by yourself. So let's use the title for example, Kanojo or Karishimas. Kanojo, we know that it means girlfriend. Kari, in dictionary form kariru, means to borrow or rent. But didn't you just say that this can only be used for customers, teachers or bosses or people whose rank higher than you? Yes, because here the rental's girlfriend rank is higher than the customer, which are the people who want to rent. So when the customer wants to rent the girlfriend, right, the customer should be humble so that they will sound more gentleman, I guess. So the humble expression for kariru is kari plus a shimas at the back and an o at the front. Another example would be to give or kurishimasu. Imagine the title is called Kanojo or Kurishimasu. It would be a dream for Kazuya already. However, this is not always like this though, and I will not further elaborate on it. Voila, you get the title, Kanojo or Karishimasu. Sorry, I went on too much. I definitely not here to flex on my Japanese. Let me tell you, I only got 54% for my final test. Basically, the plot for season 2 is continuation of where Mami and Chizuru were talking about Virgin Boy Kazuya at the karaoke place, as Mami knew Chizuru is a rental girlfriend. I will introduce the characters again. This is Chizuru. Can you use chat for girls? I don't know actually. This is villain Mami. This is Virgin Boy Kazuya. This is Kisara. You will know why later. This is Sumi, the cutest girl ever. This is Chizuru grandma, Sayuri. This is Chizuru grandpa, and this is Virgin Boy grandma. These are Virgin Boy bros. Since season 1, we heard that Chizuru said she will be quitting as a rental girlfriend and will pursue her dreams by becoming an actress. And also to fulfill her grandparents' wish, she tried very hard every day to rehearse and practice and perform in 2 places. We were this and this. And you guess it, the Virgin Boy has seen it. Virgin Boy saw Chizuru was very passionate into acting. Tried to help her by starting a fundraising so they have enough money to create a movie. They have to finish it ASAP so Sayuri could able to see it before she leaves the world. That's the main plot of this season. And the side story is Virgin Boy and his other girlfriend, Kisara and Sumi. Kisara trying to tell everyone that Virgin Boy is her boyfriend, while Sumi is trying to practice her skills by asking Virgin Boy out. It went well until this.
和也くんの気持ちよくわかる。悩まないで。私もいるから。
Now y'all will be wondering, isn't Kisara the girl from Engaged Kiss? Yes guys, you are correct. She is from Engaged Kiss. After watching this episode, I confirmed that she is Kisara. Jesus Christ, when I was watching this series, I was like, oh wow. The animation here is on par with Engaged Kiss leh. Maybe they hired the same people to draw this, I guess, and went out of the screen just to double check I was watching the correct anime. And also, this happened on Virgin's boy's birthday, so he got his tongue kissed on his birthday? Not bad, kid. Fucking lucky dude. Well, lastly, I think Mami should have mind her own business lah, hor. Like, come on, what the fuck? You have broken up with him since episode 1, season 1 leh. And now you're still trying to associate with him? Well, every anime should have at least one antagonist. Or else we will not have anyone to hate on it. Oh, by the way, does anyone think that Mami looks like Mafuyu from Project Sekai, but with yellow hair? Is it just me? Okay, never mind. Season 2 ended earlier than Licorice Recoil and many others, and I give this rating, I'm sorry, 9 out of 10. Come on, I know I have low standards and I'm being biased here. The songs are okay. Chico with Honeymoons actually nailed it, but the Peggies did it better. And I know my rating is rigged because of my own preference, but I have to let you guys know that this is all my personal opinion, and you all are welcome to agree and disagree. Anyways, let's go to the next anime.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, an emotional roller coaster ride right there. Although the anime is released immediately 10 episodes in one day, I did not binge watch it. As if you already know, Cyberpunk Edge Runners is adapted from the video game Cyberpunk 2077 made by CD Projekt Red. This anime takes place before the video game started, and those who have played the game before, you need at least 20 hours to 80 hours of playtime to really enjoy the show. When I started watching episode 1, yes, I've already played Cyberpunk before. I know what Night City is already. I know who is We, who is Johnny, where is the Afterlife Pub, what is Arasaka, etc. And you know the drill, let me introduce who they are. This is David, full name David Martinez, the male MC of the show. This is Lucina Kushinada, short for Lucy, the female MC. This is Rebecca, the best girl. Better than Lucy, to be honest. This is Min. This is Ripperdoc. This is Kiwi. This is Doriel. This is Pila. And these are the bad guys, Faraday and Adam Smasher. This is David Mom, Gloria. So the story all starts in the year 2076 in the dystopia named Night City. It's overrun by corruptions, crimes, and cybernetic implants where it's either you kill to survive or you get killed. David, also a top student like Yamori, from Arasaka Academy, bullied by his classmates like this bastard, and he hated being there since. Her mom got shot while she was driving on the highway when gangsters used guns to shoot other gangsters, hurting both Gloria and David. David's mom dies hours later in hospital, and David can't do anything because he had no money. The good thing is that She got a Sandevistan implant, and David went to the doctor or Reaper Doc and asked him to install it on his body. What is a Sandevistan? This is Sandevistan. It's able to stop time. Is that a JoJo reference? And do whatever the person wants. The second day, he used his Sandevistan steel and fight back his bully and got him expelled. When he was on the train, he noticed someone was stealing his marks. He then used Sandevistan again and found out that who stole his mark or the SD card. I don't know what that is actually, to be honest. The person was then revealed to be Lucy, another netrunner. She found out that David actually has an impressive skill and she agreed to partner up with him. Little did he know, he collapsed because he used too much Sandevistan. Okay, I'm going to refer Sandevistan as Sand here from onwards, and brought him back to Reaper Doc. Gave him painkillers, and when David was in Lucy's apartment, she told him that she wanted to migrate to the moon. So and she showed him that the utopia, and then this song plays.
Nova, huh?
Damn,
Fucking awesome.
when I first hear the
Isn't it?
song, I immediately like it on YouTube and
Oh,
went
yeah.
to the comment section. Maybe I got fooled as well, I will explain later. And then, oh god, poor David, he got hit by gangsters again, which Lucy is associated with. When the gang saw David had sand power, Maine came out and told David that he bought sand from Gloria before she died. David then said that he is Gloria's son and showed him that he could use sand properly, and Maine was impressed. Then this driving scene happened. This driving scene got me. The physics here is absolutely the same thing when you play the game. I love how people, they adapt the game mechanics 100%. I was laughing so hard at this. Like, I remember I was driving at almost 200 miles per hour with a sports car, and then when I hit the car in front of me, I just go on top and then pretend nothing happened. Like, I wish I could do it again and then show you guys right now. Anyway, Maine and his other members meet David, and they start to properly train David as time goes on. Rebecca finally comes out, and they form a team together to fight enemies. However, Pillar was the first to die in the team, and when David and Lucy were alone together, she told him that she said she wanted to go to the moon was real, and you guess it, David of course started to have feelings on her, but he's afraid that he couldn't trust Lucy because of what she did to him on Maine. But he still agreed on bringing her to the moon, and then they kiss and have sex. Legit, I'm not kidding. I wish I'm not joking. Yeah, they did actually. They mentioned it on the next episode, and we wish we could see the sex part, but this is not a hentai, so this is JK. JK? J.K. Rowling? Just kidding. Nah, it's Jimmy Kurosaki, a brain dance editor. What is a brain dance? A brain dance is a technology that allows you to record and play back someone's experience, including their physical sensations, emotions, and thoughts, according to the fandom. He's not a bad guy here, and he died while fighting Tanaka. Who is Tanaka? This is Tanaka, but then Tanaka also died because of Maine. Maine has developed cyberpsychosis. What is cyberpsychosis? Cyberpsychosis is a mental illness caused by too much usage of cyberware that were integrated into the human body. Cyberpsychosis is a serious matter because it can make someone, as the word already said, psycho, as their brain no longer functions normally, or just to keep it single, no longer sane. He hit Kiri and she almost died. And then Lucy connected into Tanaka's brain. She saw that the Edge Runners will kill him after they take his information. Maine then became a cyber psycho and then told David to continue to live as he can't be with him anymore, and both him and Dorio died. After Maine died, Lucy left his team, meaning she doesn't want to work with David anymore. So David, useless guy, and Rebecca went to a place and rescued someone. Here we also learn about Adam Smasher, the cyborg under Arasaka. Faraday, the second and the main antagonist, asked David to help him by taking over Maine's job to take Tanaka's secret information. Then we go back to flashbacks from Lucy as she said she was actually part of Arasaka last time and managed to escape from there. That's when everything goes downhill. David kills someone who is kinda innocent because she had a family, and Then he also started to develop cyber psychosis too, because he used too much Sandy, and that's the main reason. Then this part is when his size, wow, suddenly become so big, right? I was like, what the fuck? What was going on? Did I miss something or anything else? And then he and Rebecca then went to a place where they eliminate the gangsters. He suddenly got a flashback again on him killing the innocent woman earlier. And he even almost wanted to kill Ripper Dog, the doctor who gave him Sandevistan earlier. And now David is not really sane anymore. But he's still able to have a conversation, luckily. He keeps asking Lucy to come back. But then the thing is, she doesn't want. She keeps rejecting him. Oh god, stupid Lucy. And then afterwards, she fell into a trap because she thought someone was trying to steal Tanaka's data again, but it was actually disguised by Faraday. David, Rebecca, Kiwi, and driver interrogated Arasaka team by knocking down their cars, and inside the truck was actually a cyber skeleton, which was a trap, again made by Faraday as well. The Militech came over and shoot them so that David will fall to his trap. Oh god, this David. Kiwi is actually a third antagonist here, but it was too late. David is now in the cyber skeleton, but he's able to wipe out all of the Militech around them. God damn, Rebecca, please do not die. I'ma bet $1 million for that. Finally, 3 of them are in the final location, the Arasaka Tower. Kiwi, however, was alliance with Faraday, suddenly no longer wanted to work for him, and then she died. But before she died, she gave Rebecca, driver, and David the coordinates of where Faraday and Lucy are. So does Kiwi count as a deuteragonist or a neutral character? Because she indeed helped both sides. So right now I'm a bit confused. But anyway, since I've already mentioned that Adam Smasher was under Arasaka, seems like the enemy team has no more but to use their trump card. As David had lost his control in killing the people around him, Faraday used his trump card and activated Adam Smasher. Adam Smasher 1v1 David. Before doing that, he fucking smashed Rebecca down to a beast. Oh shit, I thought she would survive. Oh, guys, can we stop this already? I'm too tired to continue even telling the story. I'm gonna lose all my $1 million, but I'm gonna get it back. Q at the smash. But yeah, Faraday died, and David did fight Adam for a bit, and then he also died. Before he died, he told the driver to tell Lucy this.
Sorry. Wish we could go to the moon together.
How am I going to continue with this? Lucy went to the moon alone, and that is the end of the show. It's very, how do I describe, like, quite unexpected and expected at the same time, because it's quite rare to see the main character die in their own show. Seems like even he used plot armor to defend him against from Adam Smasher and Faraday, plot armor will break. Studio Trigger, the company behind Kill La Kill, Darling in the France, Little Witch Academia, they should be the ones animating Edge Runners. And you know what? No one hates it. I haven't seen any complaints so far about the CGI or the art style Trigger uses. Oh, by the way, I really want to talk about the songs. Although they are not new, but they kind of almost gave everyone this impression. Which one? Is it this song? No. Or this song, you are saying?
Letting you down. Forgive me for letting you down.
No. What do you mean? Is it this one? For goodness sake, I'm giving you the last chance. If you didn't choose the song correctly, I'm gonna Adam smash you. This?
I couldn't wait for you to come through the cover.
Why are you crying again? Did I choose the wrong song again? No, Just keep it. Everyone has been playing this song since, and it is so difficult to wipe it after finishing the show. It's just keep giving you creeping depression. Guys, you know that when you are listening music on YouTube, right? It's always the best that you support the original and not listen to the third-party channels. So when I want to listen to I Want to Stay at Your House, I will come to this page. Sure, the official one is from Lakeshore Records, but then this various artist topic is also valid. But the thing is that there is no comment for you to read since it's turned off. Oh, is it coincidentally that the channel icon is a V? If you played the game, you know who V was, right? I think the artist did this intentionally by not create their own custom channel, but other artists did have their own channel, except Rosa Relton, which I don't get why. Actually, after thinking and considering the rating of the show, I have decided to give a 9 out of 10. Come on, really? You sure you want me to give another 10 out of 10? Yes! Yes! 10 out of 10 for Edge Runners! 10 out of 10 for 10 episodes! Okay, fine. 10 out of 10. You guys happy now? Oh god, if all the anime I rate are 10 out of 10, then I might as well scrap the whole project and say every anime made this year is 10 out of 10. And even the hentai... never mind. Jokes aside, the reason why this show lacks one more point is because of its duration. Some people may think that 10 episodes are enough to portray everything, since it's not adapted from manga or any other sources. But for me, I think that 2 to 3 more episodes, like some side characters, or even more screen time, or we can even see Rebecca longer, is better. But I know what you're thinking, guys. Yes, all this. Therefore, I initially gave a 9 out of 10. But then, due to pressure, okay, fine, 10 out of 10, okay. I can't please anyone, so...
Oh, and Cyberpunk Edge Runners is the only anime I've watched so far in English dub. I actually like the English dub over the Japanese dubs though. Not really know why, but since I play the game in English instead of in Japanese, so maybe I did not get used to it. I only watch English for this show and the older Pokemon shows because they are very funny, while the Japanese dub is just meh. But most of the case, Japanese dub is still the best.
We have finally reached the last stage for 2022. All of the anime that falls under Fall 2022, sorry, the pun is shit, are updated as of December 28, 2022. So the final episode of each anime covered here will be mentioned, so that you all will have a clearer picture of what is going on. Since the introduction, I said that we will be covering 22 anime, and there's 5 more left here. Come on, we don't want to waste any more time. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, Spy Family will not be mentioned here because I had combined both quirks during the spring section. Of course, the first anime I will be reviewing is... Chainsaw Man. I think this is the anime that I do not need an introduction. Everybody has been talking about it since the first teaser trailer release, which is actually way back to June 2021. Everybody in the community was so hyped about it, and there will be at least one person talking about Denji or Makima since. Alright, I'm gonna do a very fast character showcase. Let's go. This is Denji, the biggest sim of whole fall 2022, but it's actually a chat because he isn't like Kazuya and Nagi. This is Makima, very kind, very helpful, very powerful, very oppai. This is Aki, very cool, very straightforward, likes this girl, I think. This is Power. She's like me because she likes cats too, but sometimes act weird because she isn't a ningen. This is Himeno, quite powerful as well, and seduced on Denji a bit, but her actual love interest is Aki. Spoiler alert, she died. Ay, rest in peace, Himeno senpai. This is Kobeni. At first, she's as useless as Miwa, but afterwards, she's actually quite decent. I would say that Kobeni can survive in London no problem. If you ask me, sorry, I'm not Kobeni. What kind of joke is that? Lastly, we have our good boy, Pochita, after Bond Forger. I want to say that if there's no Pochita, Denji will not have met any one of them. Well, the introduction is Denji live in a squatter settlements together with his doggo because of his biological dad killed himself and his family is poor. I think everyone in his family died except him. He helped the Yakuza to kill Akumas with Pochita to earn a living. Since Denji was still human, he can't fight the first powerful Akuma by his own, which was the zombie devil. So Pochita sacrificed his life and made Denji becomes the, yes, Chainsaw Man. Roll credits. After that, Devil Hunters came, which I felt like they come earlier, they would have taken Pochita away. Lol. But that's when Makima, Aki, and Power comes in. So the team fight together, defeated Bad Devil, Lich Devil, Ghost Devil, and eliminate Katana Man. Actually, no. But still, please watch the whole anime yourself. Now I want to talk about the CSM community. Together with Genshin Impact fandom, they both make the biggest fandom that does not touch grass or go for a shower. They don't! Because of them not showering, right? I can literally smell the toxic coming from them leh. Both literally and metaphorically. Actually not literally, because they don't even leave their houses. And I don't really understand why so many people seem on Makima and Power. Oh, I'm gonna get cancelled because I almost wanted to say that Power's oppai is fake. Oh shit, I'm gonna run! The next thing I want to talk about are the songs. Kenshi Yonezu nailed this one. It becomes the best opening for Fall 2022 after Arknight's opening. And there are 12 different endings just for one season of anime. Then there's Hunter x Hunter, which their opening is, well, if in broke, don't fix it. But I'm not saying that the idea of having different ending songs are bad though. It's just that some may lose their identity and some may be forgotten over time. But since CSM is so popular, I think I will beg to differ. I really like Ano's one and If's one because they are both my favourite and the rest are meh, okay. Not say bad, but also not say very good. Ano's Chu Taiyosei reminds me of those some rom-com slice of life openings where they show the male and female MC thinking whether they should tsukiyate kudasai to each other or not. Oh god, what a cliche. Then for If is, well, If. Mappa also achieved it deserving to get a 10 out of 10 for animation, although some people may not like the CGI. I'm a good person and I feel guilty if I give the art style less than 9 out of 10. So the overall grade is 10 out of 10. Yay! Oh, and Reze is actually at the final episode 12. She just came out and then teased us that she will be a major character in season 2. Guys, when I first heard that Arknights is making an anime, I was indifferent towards it, meaning I don't give a single fuck at all. But then now, I'm talking about it. Arknights, Prelude to Dawn, or in Japanese, Arknights, Reimei Zenzo, or in Chinese, 明日方舟,黎明前奏. Anyway, unless you are living under the rock, you have at least heard of Arknights before, and they are a very good mobile game, as it's like a tower defense game, similar to Bloons TD series, but for Arknights, instead of popping balloons, you fight off enemies. That's how the games work. I tried once playing on my laptop, since Google introduced Google Play games to computer for a while now. I still choose to play Genshin Impact because of how complex Arknight is. Yes, Arknights fans, for you it's not, for me is. But what is this new anime series talking about? This 8 episodes, 24-minute long anime is actually kinda what's the word for it? The story is very generic. I have already do the math. If you take out all the opening and ending except the first and second episode, there is 6 episodes that lasted 20 minutes 40 seconds long, and the first 2 episodes are 23 minutes 40 seconds long. If you add up, you get a total of 124 minutes, including the 2 episodes. And then when you finally combine everything, it will be 171 minutes 20 seconds. Or 2 hours 51 minutes 20 seconds. That is even shorter than the entire film of Avengers Endgame. The Avengers Endgame is 3 hours 2 minutes. Or even the recent film Avatar: The Way of Water, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Or even a film made almost 80 years ago, Gone with the Wind, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Let me tell you, if your friend or someone you know is going to watch any of these movies, you can even finish the whole Arknight show and you still have some buffer time. Maybe. Yeah, so basically this is actually a movie but split into 8 parts. There's so many things you need to take note of here, including the characters, the places name, and the organization names. First, let's talk about the organization and what is the premise of Arknights. So in Genshin universe, the whole area is called Teyvat, but for Arknights, they are called Terra. In Terra, there's this country called Ursus, or Yasas. Amogus. And another country is called Yen, but these are not so important. The more important ones are Chernobog and Langmen, or in Chinese Longmen, which Chernobog is in Ursus, while Longmen is in Yen. Chernobog is the orangey place where they are in the first few episodes, and then to Longmen at the second half of the series. Then now is the organization. Our main characters, or the protagonist team, is called Rhodes Island. Not Rhode Island, USA, but Rhodes Island. Rhode Island, to simplify, is a group created by the infected that wants to help others, as well as to slow down their infection before they die, because the infected disease isn't curable for now. According to the fandom, they are a pharmaceutical company that provides care and treatment to the infected. Basically using razor terms, for infected by infected. Another organization is Reunion. Reunion is created by the infected also, but then they are against Rhodes Island. In story terms, they are the antagonists in this world, similar like Fatui in Teyvat. But Reunion objective is to wipe out all those that don't support them, or to quote the fandom, to end all forms of discrimination and oppression by Terran society against them. Lastly is LGD. Stands for Longmen Guard Department. They are the armed forces to protect Longmen. So now, you all will be wondering, why did I keep mentioning about the word infected? Who are they? That's right, I'm going to answer for you now. These people who are infected is like COVID in real life, but COVID there's vaccines. The origin of COVID started in Wuhan in China in 2019, and people suspected that they come from live animals. That was the most certain. Due to exposure or direct touch from the animals, the people there started to be infected. Then for infected in Arknights, they are also in the similar situation. But instead of COVID, they called it Oripathy. It was caused by the exposure of direct contact of Originium. Then how you all are asking, what the heck is an Originium? Okay, I will try to explain this. It's kind of like a substance or a mineral that were created after catastrophes happen. It's actually useful in the Arknight universe because it can use to create arts, some kind of supernatural ability that the characters inside can cast and attack opponents. However, the disadvantage is that those that does not handle Originium properly will likely become infected, and the disease is terminal. So I hope right now everyone is on the same track as me. Now let's move on to the characters. This is Doctor. Doctor is actually us. If we play the game, we are the Doctor. The Doctor role is to give orders and commands on other fighters on what to do. Their gender is neutral, as players can be whatever they want the Doctor to be. This is Amiya. Amiya is the rabbit girl you see all the time. You see in the icon, you see in the trailer, the game, literally everywhere in Arknights. I would say that she is the most powerful one in the show. You will know why later. This is Chen, head of LGD. This is Kausit. How do I pronounce her name? Kausit. It's a Russian word, so I'm gonna butcher it so badly. Cow shit. This is Stop! Oh my god, what are these names? Microsoft Excel? To be honest, Microsoft Excel is a great name for her. Microsoft Excel. If you play the game, she is the apple pie girl. I researched her name and it's based on the Greek word Exezial. Exezial. I swear to God, if the fourth name is going to be a hard one again, I'm going to kill. Oh wait, that's her name. W? What does W mean? Win? Woman? I don't know. This is Texas. Wow, this is the second name in Arknights they named after an American state. I'm not surprised if someone is called North Carolina or Ohio or something, since there's one person called Maine in Edge Runners. It's also a US state. Also, Exezial is always with Texas. This is Franka. This is Hoshiguma. This is Nier. This is Doberman. This is Ace. Not to be confused with Podcast the Ace. This is first off and Cantonese Mephisto. These are the reunion people, Crown Slayer, Tallulah, Skull Shatterer, and last but not least, Misha. Yes, there's so many characters to process in 2 minutes. I will give you some time by pausing the video. The story started when the doctor recovered from coma and almost forgot everything, but then was able to catch up at the back of the episodes. As already mentioned, they are trying to go to other countries where there is no catastrophe, and the nearest place is Longmen from Chernobyl. Dr. Amiya, Doberman, and the rest are the people from Rhodes Island, and they want to save the world. And this is Big Guy. He sacrificed himself for Rhode Island. Ace. He protected Doctor and the rest so that they can escape from reunion. They met many reunion people, or the bad guys. First is Tallulah, the leader of reunion. Fucking kill Ace and the other guys. But hey, since she's the antagonist of the show, why not? Rest in peace, Ace. Oh, and also fuck you, Akainu. Second is Mephisto. Really don't know why he's there for. To extend the story, I guess. Then third, Crown Slayer. Damn, Crown Slayer can play Smoker in any Valorant matches, and we will confirm reach Immortal in days. Then finally, Misha played the most important role in the whole series. Is also a dickhead. When Rhodes Island know the reunion was going to capture her because of her dad, she did not trust Rhodes Island. Sure, Rhode Island killed many people as well, but their objective is to let everyone live together in harmony and not being infectious or infect-phobic towards those that are not infected. Misha had a best friend named Alex, but he's gone and got a new name. Probably died. Someone took over their identity, and now their name is called Skull Shatterer. To protect Misha as he joined reunion, he decided to kill Doctor by kamikaze himself. Wow! You all should know what kamikaze is, right? I don't need to elaborate. Then Amiya pulls up a Zenitsu, use her art, and then kill Skull before he even touched Doctor, and refused to admit that he killed him. Oh my goodness, it's like Zenitsu. Bro, I think Chen was right. Is it Chen? Stop hesitating. Where is the fucking character development here? And then Misha blamed on Amiya because she killed her best friend. Oh wow, okay. So your best friend trying to kill Amiya's commander. Not only Amiya, but the whole Rhode Island commander. You sure she would forgive you for that? Then they also kill Misha because she changed teams. Yes, she used to be Rhodes Island until the reunion captured her and convinced her to join the reunion. Well, she's at least the same place with her friend now. So I think the Rhodes Island people did the right thing. And that's that. The story adapted the game story from episode 0 to episode 3. And my thought is for the story is that it really makes you wonder and then think that even not the good ones are actually good. And they are giving you a choice for you to wish to pick. Or you can be like me, sitting on the fence. It really kind of reminds me of Tokyo Ghoul, which the ghouls versus the humans. But here, I think it's Tokyo Ghoul plus Civil War, since it's like infected fighting the infected as well. The reason why this anime adaptation exists is because they have enough money. Gacha, simple as that. They have the amounts of money to make this into an anime, and this is why Genshin Impact, Azur's Lane, Girls Run Light, Fate, all these titles have anime for the game because of gacha. All these are female focused, except Genshin Impact. The thing is that I really thought MiHoYo or HoYoverse would choose Lumine for us, since many these kind of their games or their other game, Honkai Impact, are all girl focused. But I think they want to do the opposite here. Anyway, back to Arknights. I give a 8 out of 10 overall. 10 out of 10 for the music, 6 out of 10 for the story, 9 out of 10 for the animation. So total 8.33 average. But I can't give an 8.3 in my anime list though, so 8 out of 10. The opening made by Riona, called Alive, is actually one of the best banger I've ever heard, and it can compare with Kenshi Yonezu's Kickback. Yes, I'm not joking. I suggest you go and listen to it, because let me tell you, we will never get bored of it. Alright, let's move on to the next anime. When I saw this anime a week prior its release, I was actually interested on it, so I might as well just take a shot and try out the first episode. Damn, I did not regret this at all. DIY, Do It Yourself, is an anime about woodworking, working with tools, and an insane amount of hardwares and building. It's kinda like the Japanese version of Handyman, except that Handyman is for kids, while this DIY is for general audience. However, what I have regretted was that I didn't choose this subject when I was in high school. Right now in college, I got to do all this: sketching, soldering, brainstorming, prototyping, and many others. It was a bummer. Now you guys will ask me, what subject did I choose then? I took art instead in high school. No offense towards art students. I understand that there's many advantages of taking art as a subject in high school. But then in reality, when you are going to find a job, it's extremely difficult. Unless you are doing motion/3D graphics or animation or product design as a career, or becoming a freelance digital artist and open commissions for the internet. And furthermore, AI art has been starting to become even more prominent, which many people are trying to spread the message of not to support AI art. But that's completely another story. And then I would like to say that you still can earn a living, but I'm not doing any of this right now. Therefore, I rest my case. Anyway, back to the anime. If you have enough time to watch CGDCT genre, such as Eurocam, Azocam, New Game, Licorice Record, you know that they are fucking wholesome. This is the MC of the show. Her name is literally Yourself. Yes, yourself. If you don't like this anime, you can go kill yourself. Yourself is a very clumsy girl and will always try her best to do what she can. There's actually a term to describe this kind of people, and they are called Bukio. Actually, translating the word to English is literally clumsy. Yeah, this is Purin. That's what Yourself call her. Is Yourself Osana Najimi. She is a tsundere, but I actually like and accept her personality of being a tsun, because she doesn't look like the author set her character just for the sake of the anime or to have a different personality compared to other people. That's why I accept it. This is Takumin, Yourself classmate. This is Ray, their senior in their DIY club, also the founder for it. She is also the oldest and the tallest girl in the club. Very experienced, knows every matter, and she can't cook, and her school result is like me. This is Diona. I mean she. Well, you guess it.
Sumeru.
Diona. Finally, this girl, Chuchu, Jobako, an exchange student from America. Alright, I apologize for doing the name joke over and over again, but I just keep finding it funny. Like, just another trivia that I would like to cover. There's actually one reason I really keep calling Jobko Chuchu. And you all guys are wondering, what and who the fuck is Chuchu? There's anime similar to Bocchi the Rock and was released even long time ago, around 2015 to 16, called Bang Dream. So in this Bang Dream universe, right, there are 7 bands. So you all know that a band always consists of a singer, a guitarist, a bassist, a keyboardist, and a drummer, right? However, in different circumstances, there are special roles like DJ and violinist. One of the band name is called Race of Sweeland, and Chuchu fall under the DJ role in her band. Jopako and Chuchu is 95% similar, like both uses broken mixture of Japanglish, both are short, both are grumpy, and both are smart and rich as fuck. Okay, that's why I say that Jobko is like Chuchu. And okay, fine, 95%. This is Seraph's mom, And together, this DIY team consists of 6 girls, 4 from their own school and 2 from the school beside them. Wait, 6 people? Huh? What do you mean? There's like 5 people here, and do you fail your math or something? I think I do math instead. METH. Just kidding. Don't do drugs, kids. Because of influence by her, open comma, girlfriend, close comma, Purin also agreed to join the club. Yes, girlfriend. Just like Chisato and Takina. USF wanted to build a secret hideout for the club, and actually it was a treehouse, and they wanted to finish it before the start of summer holidays because of Jobiko. Jobiko will leave the school as she will be in Japan for only 1 semester. Then she should migrate here instead, so they will not have to rush it. I mean, that is true, but her parents don't allow, I think. And now you're all wondering, is there any bad guys or any villains in this show? Not really, I would say. Unless you're talking about this Truck-kun, which drives away all their resources going to build the treehouse. And I thought the truck would return in the back episodes and make us worry whether they will finish the treehouse or not. Spoiler, luckily the truck didn't come back. So that's the only villain? The antagonist? I guess. Because of how wholesome this is, I wanted to give a 10 out of 10. What the hell? 10 out of 10 again? Okay guys, chill. However, I have to balance many things, just like what Majima said. Meaning I have to strike a balance, so no anime will be 10 out of 10. I will give this a 9 out of 10. For everything, the songs, the animation, very simple animation, the story and the characters. Imagine there's an anime that instead of talking about DIY doing woodwork, right, but DIY about building custom PC. An anime that is related to tech. Let me tell you, I will watch it the first Yokto second it releases. No joke. The anime can be girls as well, but then boys are more common than girls in terms of building custom PC. And I'm not sexist though, I'm not saying that girls cannot build custom PC.
So, well then, on to the next anime.
Fufu Ijo Koibito Miman. In English is more than a married couple, but not lovers. When I watched the first episode, and then the rest week by week, I can tell you that this is at least better than Shikimori. I agree that the MC Kaito, he looks like Kaito, right? Like the Vocaloid. Yeah, the Vocaloid Kaito. Okay, I mean Jiro. Chicken in Chinese. Is a virgin, but the story is at least way better than most of the slice of life or school animes that I have watched in my life. I like any school rom-coms where both MC meet each other, one falls in love while the other don't know how to confess, takes 12 episodes and still no progress, goes to the beach, goes to summer festival, goes to school cultural festival, and nothing happened. At least Fufu Ijo is unique. The story starts from a school where its system is, I would say, special because they had a practice every year for students to practice living together with different sex. I couldn't use the word gender or else Twitter will cancel me. Oh, never mind. Elon Musk already bought Twitter. Oh wait, Elon Musk already resigned as a CEO. Don't worry. Anyway, so this guy, Virgin Chicken Mate, and this girl, Shikimori, I mean Keqing. She does look like Keqing, right? I mean Akari, or the male MC called her Watanabe, was the girl who got assigned with him. That's why she's the female MC. Well, there's 2 more characters I want to introduce. This is Tenjin.
Tenjin? Not to be confused with the big guy from Tomodachi Game.
The boy who Akari actually likes. And while this is Shiori, Jiro's Osana Namjimi, and also Jiro's crush. Together, the 4 of them makes the Fantastic Four. No, I mean a love quadrilateral. Quadrilateral? Wait, let me Google. Alright, we are good. Let's move on. This is Mei. I thought she's Deya at first, and this is Takamiya. Both are Akari closest bestie. So all these British couples, if they are doing very good at playing wife as husband in their personal lives, I really felt like they are living in a surveillance world where they are being looked at all the time. You never know, soon this can be in real life as well. Or it's already happened now in 2022-2023. If the couples do well, their points will increase significantly. Once their score number has reached a certain number, the couple can choose to pick a partner if they like with the same thing, with also qualified to change. Initially, Watanabe and Jiro don't like each other because she don't even know him, even though they are classmates. Well, I mean, our main character, Jiro, is like us degenerates. I mean, socially awkward. After a few episodes, Akari starts to adapt to live with Jiro and then start to care and talk to him more, while our stupid Jiro still thinks that she is into Tenjin, as he thought that she was making out at the sports hall storeroom, which they didn't, of course, and still pretends that she is playing or pretending just for the sake of the score system. Wow, if it's like this, then I might as well fake my good deeds so I can get more social credits in China. That doesn't make sense, bro. All of Akari's actions and words are all genuine. Maybe he's still childish and not mature, like me, so he can't get the size. But let me tell you, in real life, actually we can't get the size too, because we are scared that we may get manipulated, and we really would think that you are not being genuine. Me as a guy who has been living more than 18 years, I can understand where the guys are coming from. But because of what my statement is, I think Jiro heard me loud and clear by starting to avoid Akari and start talking to his childhood friend and his homie, and their points going down gradually from hero to 0. Then afterwards he turned over a new leaf again and then restarted their lives as a married couple. By doing so, they cook food for each other, calling their first name. Wow, actually this first name thing, right, out of so many romance and slice of life anime, I understand that they have a culture of calling their surname if they are not close with, and then they call by the first name if they are closer. Let me tell you, if I migrated to Japan, right, and met the natives there, I would have asked them to call me by my first name straight away. Zion, that's it. But isn't that kinda disrespectful though? Plus, just now you during the random girlfriend section, you are saying that you should be respectful and polite. Sure, but the thing is that they don't know. But then the thing is that they will then thought that my surname will be Zion, which is not. And then they will make the whole situation even more complicated. But my surname is that there is too many people out there that has the same surname as me. Therefore, I don't like it. Sure, people in real life call me by my surname because of professionalism and work environment. But the thing is that is understandable. But I just feel like Zion is better in this situation. Anyways, back to the show. Then the following episode, Jiro is like he's going all out by kissing his childhood friend. Wait, what? Damn! And out of so many shows I watched, like Shikimori for example, they don't even do that. Have you seen Izumi and Shikimori or Kamiya kiss? You don't, right? Not just once, but the second time later on. At this point I thought episode 12 she will win. Like Shiori will win. And we finally see the childhood friend won the match. Or the Osana Najimi won the battle. After countless of slice of life / rom-com anime out there. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something. You all know that the Qatar World Cup 2022, right? Which finals were Argentina versus Mbappe. I mean France. And the back of the show is like the first half of the match, which Shiori is Argentina and Akari is France. So that time when we saw Shiori kiss Jiro the second time, it's like 2-0 at this point. Similar to the first half of the match where Messi and Maria scored the goal. However, Akari didn't kiss Jiro, but the things she do with him can qualify her to get the same points as Shiori or the Argentina team. This may be a bad example, but I know that both schemes score 3-3 and then penalty 4-2. But then the thing is that the final episode wasn't aired after the finals ended. But many people are, what's the point of Shiori and Akari trying to race together to see who reached the shrine first? You see, I tell you, it's really like Argentina versus Mabap, France match I've ever watched from the first minute until penalties, and never had this experience before in my life. I almost wanted to watch Blue Lock or Aoashi afterwards, but in the end, Jiro did not choose any of them because this is Rent a Girlfriend Part 3. I mean, as usual, we don't see the MC get to choose the last place, or else they won't be a season 2 or 3. So it's kinda like a draw. Although season 2 is not announced yet, it really kinda needs season 2. Therefore making the story 7 out of 10. Because the story is also not lazy, but rather repetitive. But the thing is that I actually felt sad when Tenjin rejected Akari because he already liked someone. He's quite relieved that at the end, where she called Jiro, because he knows that she has someone to rely on. Not just that, even earlier she cried because of Tenjin and Jiro confronted her. No, she cried because of Tenjin, and then Jiro comforted her. Yes, I may think that Jiro is like any other virgin MC out there, but he is also a chat out there too. And yes, everyone in the comments, the community wants Akari to win, and I think 0 people want Shiori to win. I was at two sides, again sitting on the fence. So, guys, give me some convincing reasons on why should I join Akari team or Shiori team. And I don't want to hurt either of the parties, but right now I'm offending both of the teams at the same time. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me talk about the song. I want to give 8 out of 10 for the songs, but hey, I want to talk about the ending here as well. Yes, this song, is it just me or I've been listening this for 10 weeks and it keeps reminding me of that Ariana Grande song. Which song? Is it the Thank You Next? Oh god, I'm gonna get copyright again, but whatever. Is it just me? Just me? Okay. Okay, the animation is decent, and finally I gave a 8 out of 10. Oh my goodness, we are reaching the last anime of the year? That's fast, let's go! Bocchi the Rock, the last anime of the year I want to review. And almost 2 hours 40 minutes ago, I was talking about my dress up darling. And that's the first anime we discussed. Just to let you know, we started our rap with a Cloverworks anime, and now let's end with a Cloverworks anime as well. Bocchi, or her real name Hitori Goto, but her bandmates call her Bocchi. Because of Hitori Bocchi, it means all alone. As you already know, in your school life, you always encounter someone who is always the quiet one, who doesn't like or want to socialize, and always leave the classroom first after the last lesson finish. She has a YouTube account under the name of Guitar Hero, which is really impressive because it is a rhythm game if you go and Google it. I really appreciate how this anime got so high ratings, 8.81 to be exact, and it deserves it. Hitori found the people she wants to make friends with. Hitori found what she wants to do. I really want everyone to go and watch this show. Compared to Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho 100, Blue Lock, Bocchi the Rock deserves more recognition. If you have already watched K-On! Before, you can see how this anime is very similar to it. Forming bands in school, talking about musical instruments, and most importantly, CGDCT. You guys can go figure out what is it. Still, I want to introduce the characters too. So this is Nijika, yellow hair Honsho Aru. This is real, blue hair Hachimitsu. Wait, no, she's like Zhongli in terms of financial status. Last but not least, we have the myth, the legend, Kita-chan. It's been a while I've seen a red hair girl in anime after Aries from Mushoku Tensei. She literally carried the whole vibe and the character for their band, Kesoku Band. I want to give Kita-chan Best Girl for Fall 2022. Oh,
And one more thing, doesn't Kita-chan hair color reminds you of North-South line or Marunouchi line or I don't know? Anyways, speaking of hair color, right, this year we really have a lot of pink hair girls. Starting from Shikimori, Chika, then Aya Forger, then Kisara, then Nazuna. Based on Reddit, they say that it's pinkish blonde. Anyways, then we have Lilia from Wormil in Gold, Akari, and then last but not least, Hitori Goto. Damn, 8 pink hair girls in 1 year? Can we have even more in 2023? This is Hiroi Kikuri, the alcoholic girl from another band. This is the manager and PA. And this is Bocchi's family. I will try to explain the show one more time. So Hitori Goto, a loner, but is able to play guitar professionally, met Nijika and Ryo, and they are fans of Guitar Hero, which is another individual of Hitori Goto. She also met Kita-chan, and Kita-chan doesn't want to go to the place where Nijika brought her because she ran away literally from there. Bocchi, Nijika, Ryo, and Kita form a band, which I already mentioned, Kesoku Band. While Bocchi is responsible in writing the lyrics, while the rest will do the arrangement and the instrumentals. Kesoku Band started their debut with their first song and asked Bocchi to sell their own tickets to the public. She sold it to Hiroi Kikuri, which is also the same, a loner in her school. She managed to sell all 5 of the tickets, and now they are thinking about the design of their clothes when performing. Bocchi goes all out afterwards in a concert, and when she was performing, many people suspect that she and Guitar Hero playstyle is very similar. That's when Bocchi has no choice but to divulge that she is indeed the Guitar Hero they saw online. It's finally almost the end, and you guess it, every slice of life anime must end with School Culture Festival. Bocchi's class set up a maid cafe, and damn, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen after the DIY anime. That's why I have Kita-chan in my profile picture. When they are about to perform, right, it went well. Until this happened. Holy shit, I did not expect this. But I was laughing so hard when she fell because no one supported her. It was so sad, oh my god. In the end, Bocchi guitar string also broke and she managed to get money from her Guitar Hero account and she bought a new guitar. And that's the end of the show. I wish there would be season 2 announced sooner than later. Now I want to talk about the songs. The songs are one of the best I've ever heard, other than Kickback and some endings in Chainsaw Man. And they do also make me go back to Play Bang Dream, the game I have mentioned in the DIY anime. It is also comparable from the songs in Yaboy Kongming, which Eiko, Nanami, and Kabe Taijin sang together. I give Bocchi the Rock, you guess it, 10 out of 10 for everything. Story, music, and animation. However, unlike Yaboy Kongming, Bocchi the Rock don't repeat their songs and do really have many unique songs. And at the start, when I said that this is animated by Cloverworks, and if you compare it side by side with my Dress Up Darling, right, I would not believe you until you said that they are both made by the same company. That concludes the end of the Anime Rap 2022. If you guys made it until here, congratulations! Thank you for watching a 2 hours long video listening to me talking about You Wouldn't Care Less after 30 seconds. Or if you just skip to the end using the chapter feature, I would say thank you as well for putting your effort to even skip to the end. Anyways, regardless you watch none, you watch a bit, you watch half, or you watch the whole thing, I guess you need a break from what you are doing. Just relax and think of the good things coming to 2023. We do really have good anime this year that makes us laugh, cry, angry, cringe, and maybe disappointed. But behind every animation, there's always a team of people trying to give us content in their unique ways of doing it. So let's thank the production team as well. I do hope that I really can cover even more anime that is not listed, but if I want to talk about it again in the future, the 2023 anime will override it. However, for the movie series, there's a 60% chance I will be doing as well. Just don't expect me to upload sooner. Finally, my name is Zion, and thanks for watching. Peace.